Yeah.
Yeah, I'm here with Dimitri today, and we're gonna.
Baller alert.
Today we're going to talk about neurotypicalism and neurodivergence.
What?
We're going to.
Okay, I'm down.
No, it's I don't know if that's what we're gonna talk about. I just it just popped up because there's this girl. I think she lives in China or something.
Oh no.
She's from Poland, I'm pretty sure.
Oh no.
And like she's rice pilled. Like she's straight up fucking
There are women that are rice pilled out there.
Yeah,
it's a thing.
She's super rice pilled, and like she's always making these posts. I mean, I feel like they're kind of directed at, because she added me and she shared a couple of my posts, and then would like post things like, some men are just made to wear cat ears. It's like oh, basically like she's basically shitting on guys that are aloof. You know, and they're not like trying to like simp for a woman or something, and she takes it as like, oh, this guy just pretends to be all aloof and uncaring. Meanwhile, he wants a blah blah blah, and I'm like, I'm just trying to watch anime and
what does that have to do?
Make music.
What does that have to do with being rice pilled?
Rice pilled?
Yeah.
Well, because like I feel like the only white women that get rice pilled are autistic.
Sure, but I'm saying, what does her specific post have to do with rice pilling? Like, that just sounds like she's trolling, more or less, as opposed to rice pilled specifically.
Okay, so it's like, I mean, all right. First of all, let me just show you pictures of this person.
Okay.
So this is.
Yes, she does look like the kind of person that would do that.
Yeah, but you know, she's pretty. You know, she's got that like. That kind of like
she does look Polish.
Like I want to be trad kind of, but I'm too young and I don't know what the fuck I don't know what the fuck I'm doing in this world. And then she would say things like, hold on. It was funny. She was like very brave of NTs or some shit. Oh yeah. Very brave of NTs to say that they're the ones who are masters of empathy.
Wait,
what?
What are NTs?
Neurotypicals.
Oh.
A NT conversation feels like arm wrestling. It's deeply insidious and feels like a competition of whose vibe is stronger. ND conversation, neurodivergent, is like both people pouring good vibes into the same cup. It's more neutral and inclusive. Doesn't feel like an attack. When they say empathy, it's more like, you don't want to juggle my ball back at me the way I envisioned. You deny me the excitement. I'm like, dude, how autistic are you where you're like making up these weird fucking like power narratives in your head?
She might not be. She might just be like sociopathic at that point.
Actually, you're right. That is a distinct possibility. I mean, I'm sure lots of sociopaths are just like misconstrued as autistic.
Yeah, I mean, generally speaking, like autistic people have more ego than both they themselves and others give themselves credit for.
Well, I have a theory that autistic people are just spiritually dead people.
No, actually, I wouldn't go with that. I could see how you come to that conclusion.
Because they're all about first principle, and they're all about what they can observe and what they can experience with their senses. Like
no. So the problem is for a lot of you're confusing rationalism with autism, which seems similar. Sure. No, the difference being
because autism is a spectrum. There are some autists who are just really rationalist and not like, you know, very head flappy.
Okay, first off, not all autists are rationalists, right? A lot of them are just
schizophrenics.
No.
Now you're schizophrenics are diagnosed autistic.
Now you're just confusing all the mental.
I'm not the one that's confused. I'm not the one diagnosing people. So how like I'm just like kind of rolling with whatever people.
They could be both. I don't know. Yeah, rationalism, like autists are direct, and
I'm direct, and I'm not fucking autistic.
No, not like that. Like they can't help but be direct.
I can't help but be direct.
No, you choose to.
Oh, wait. So you're saying if there was a situation that calls for tact, they're just incapable of it? Really?
Yes.
I don't know. I've seen some autistic people that are pretty tactful.
Well, they had to learn it. Like, it's not natural for them.
Yeah, I had to learn tact. It's not like I was born as a tact master, task
Maybe
master.
you're autistic. I don't know.
I think maybe autistic people just aren't as good at learning tact.
Well, it's like... Well, I'm not a psychologist. I wasn't ready for this conversation. Have to think about it.
Dude, it's not even like... I mean, no one's holding us to any kind of peer review here. We could just say whatever the fuck we want. I mean, as long as you say this isn't fact, this is just my opinion. But I think autistic people don't deserve human rights. No, I wouldn't say that. That's not my opinion. No. I'm just saying, like, you could do that.
No, but like, I don't know. I don't even know if there's like an objective test of autism.
There isn't. That's why it's kind of stupid and bullshit.
Right. It's all just what the guy thinks.
I mean, it could easily turn into neurodivergent people are the spiritually awakened people. Like, there's no one stopping them. And
no. I wouldn't say that either.
There's no one stopping them from saying such a thing, and it's not like science is going to be able to prove that wrong.
Okay, I will tell you this. As far as I could tell, the best definition I've heard of neurotypical people from an autistic person's perspective is neurotypical people act as people act, and they speak as people speak. Right? Which is to say, if there is an incongruence between what people say and what they do, like neurotypical people don't pick up on it, whereas autistic people tend to. They have a hard time, like, you know, seeing people act a certain way and then like
but for autistic people it's surface level. For example, let's say you and me, right? I know you, right?
Yes.
And we're in public together, and you just say like, you're like you decide to take a piss on a dick that we just happen to see at a bar, and then you just decide, oh yeah, I actually don't know anything about anything. I'm actually fucking stupid. And you just talk to this person earnestly, sincerely, saying like deadpan, like, yeah, I'm just a fucking idiot. You know, like I got a 750 on the SATs and all that shit. I know that's not true.
Sure.
But I know that you're giving me an incongruity. You know, you're giving me something that I know is not true. But if I was autistic, I would have to correct you and be like, what are you talking about to be true?
Yeah, that's part of it.
But as a non-autistic person, I'd be like, oh, he's just taking the piss. Let him cook, you know?
No, but I'm saying that's like a deliberate lying, right?
To me, that's a matter of discipline. Like, oh, so you're so undisciplined and you're so fucking stupid, you can't even look below the surface and pick up on sarcasm? That's a fucking deficiency.
No. Like, but like an autistic person can see if you're like deliberately messing around. But I'm saying
it's so obvious, it might as well be a children's book, you know, like.
Yes or no. It depends on the level.
Or they'll ruin it by actually having to. Maybe like I said, they're not good with vibes. They're not good with like that unspoken language, you know.
Maybe, but like it's not even that to me. Like I think that's a different category or a different dimension. It's like it'd be more like if you're like, oh, I want to help people all the time, right? And then, like, you know, they pass by a homeless person, autistic person will be like, well, aren't you going to help that guy? Or something, you know? Like, didn't you say you want to help people? And they'd be like, well, not like that, you know? And then they'd have, like, you know, a neurotypical person would have a very hard time explaining why logically they said one thing and then did another thing.
My conversation with an autistic person would be like, I would say, like, I don't want to fucking help anyone. I barely want to help, like, a few people in my lives. And then they're like, why wouldn't you want to help people? Isn't that the right thing to do? And then I would tell that autistic person, well, why aren't you out there helping everyone right now? Well, and then the autistic person would be like, oh, blah, 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 blah. So that it could be just as easily be reversed, you know?
No, so in my experience, an autistic person would be like, if you said like, oh, I don't particularly want to help anyone for like this and this reason, they'd be like, oh, interesting, okay.
No, and then what?
And then they just like be like, okay.
Okay. Well, like, you know, as long as the autistic person would accept that about me, then I'll
like,
whatever.
I mean, assuming they're not like on some like, you know, religious moral kick.
And it would be weird if like, you know, I said that and then I actually did help someone in front of this autistic person. The autistic person was like, why'd you help that person? Didn't you say you don't care about helping people? And then I just, I just felt like it. I mean, it's not like I hurt anyone by helping this person, right?
Yeah. Right? Well, like, I do think autistic people have a hard time with the concept of because I felt like it.
Oh, okay. Well,
like, they tend to be more like
they're fucked.
No, but
fucked.
No, but in practice they also tend to act how they feel, right?
Yeah,
they just
without
don't
even
like
realizing it.
No, they realize it. They just don't know how to square the circle, kind of.
Okay.
They'll just be like, I want to do X, but that's not how I'm supposed to do things. Like, this is like, what do I do?
Well, you just say like God wants me to do it.
No, they can't. They can't do that.
That's what I'm saying. They're closed off from their soul. Like, you know, autistic people are like soulless people.
No. Like Okay, if it was like a religious autistic person, they'd be like, no, God wants me to do
No.
X.
But religious autistic people aren't actually religious as in they have faith. Religious autistic people are just really good with theology and scripture, and they remember all the details of what was written down by other men. It's not like they have an actual relationship with a metaphysical entity that they could viscerally feel.
It could be both.
I hope so. I hope I don't want to be disparaging to autistic people and say like they're incapable of finding like a God or whatever. I don't even know if I found God. So like, you know, let's put that down, you know, like on the table. But what I will say is I don't know. I mean, I hope autistic people do have the ability to have like a spiritual emotional.
I think they do.
Yeah, I mean, they're human. I think they do too. That's why I say I hope they do. I mean, there's no reason why they shouldn't. But it's almost like their mental framework kind of enforces them into a position where they sink further and further into not wanting to engage with that part. You know, like.
Well, I mean, I also think autistic people have some level of like the world should make sense in my headness that like a neurotypical person might not
say, like,
notice.
fuck it. It is what it is.
Well, like, yeah.
But don't you notice like that's like the most like enlightened Buddhist thing? It's like, yeah, fuck it. It is what it is. If I can't change it. And it's like, what about, you know how many, all right, this is what I know this is for a fact. A lot of autistic people are addicts. Because addiction, yes.
I don't know that. Most autistic people I know are not
I didn't say most. I said a lot of autistic people I know are addicts.
I have not met many.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Okay, like let's set chemical stuff aside, like substances aside. What about like being addicted to stimming, being addicted to fidgeting, you know, being addicted to doing.
I wouldn't call that an addiction. I call that a habit.
Well, what's the difference?
Hey, I don't think it destroys their lives.
Habits could destroy your lives, and addictions don't necessarily destroy your lives all the time.
Well, I think addictions tend to be problematic by definition.
You think habits can't be problematic? Are you
They
serious?
They can, for sure. But I don't think something like stimming is gonna destroy your life in the same way like drugs will.
It can.
No.
It can.
No, like,
Dude.
okay, I have a test. It's called "Would you steal a car stereo for this?" Like, I've never seen someone steal a car stereo to stim. Have seen people steal car stereos for drugs.
Yeah, but why does it have to be steal a car stereo for this? Like, that's not really a good barometer for problematic.
Pretty good barometer.
No, it's not.
Because that's how you know you're like not in control of shit. Like, you're like, I really like, I'm going to do some really antisocial shit to get mine. You know.
You know, this also makes me think of like Tourette's and stuff, and I'm like,
Tourette's is rare.
No, it's not.
As far as I could tell. How many people do you personally know with Tourette's?
Like Brendan has Tourette's. One of my dojo senpai have Tourette's.
Okay.
I know a few people.
I know 0 people, but okay.
What I will say that I don't look at like cases like autism, Tourette's, and these weird little tiny like glitches or quirks within like. I think this is just that's indicative of the fact that human cognition and like living in society is becoming so nuanced, so like detailed, so complex.
That's
where it's like
part of it, yeah.
Where these like hitches are becoming more prominent now. It's like a normal person back then just had to survive. Now a normal person has to be able to operate a fucking complex vehicle, has to be able to like understand how the economic system works, has to understand how to like be able to facilitate like social gatherings and like.
Well, okay. I'm gonna argue with you slightly. The life in the past has been no less complicated to some degree. The difference is it's been very.
I said nuanced. Like
life in the past has been nuanced. The difference is it's been very specific, right? So like. Basically, you spend your whole life in one environment, right? So you really learn the nuances of that whole environment.
Farm, mountain, snow.
Yeah, whatever. Like if you're like a fucking Eskimo spearfishing, that's like a very nuanced thing. But like if you learn to spearfish, you're mostly gonna be keeping that skill your whole life.
Oh, so what? You know what? Actually, now that I'm sorry to cut you off, but
yeah, that's fine.
I mean to. I should revise what my theory before. Maybe like things like these weird little disorders are a product of humanity becoming way better at being generalists.
Okay, so I think it's even slightly different than that. Okay, you ever read Nassim Taleb?
Nope.
Oh, you should. He's fun. He's like this Lebanese economist dude.
Okay. I like economists a lot.
Yeah, he wrote a book called Black Swan.
Actually, I don't like economists. I like accountants.
I'm surprised you said you liked economists.
No. I like accountants. I don't like economists.
He's not an accountant. Yeah, he wrote a book called Black Swan and Anti-Fragile. Yeah, basically he has this concept of extremistan versus mediocristan, I guess.
Oh, okay.
So
I'm definitely extremistan more than
it's more where you are rather than
I'm definitely at extremistan right now more than mediocristan.
No, it's not personal, it's social. Like mediocristan means like, you know, basically everything stays generally the same. There's like a relatively linear effort to reward curve. Like you can't like fuck up too hard. You can't like, you know, win big too hard. Right?
Oh, so they're like parameters.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like extremistan is like, you know, if you take
No
a
breaks.
risk, you can become like 100 times more wealthy. And then if you make like one small mistake, you could like lose everything.
Yeah.
You know? So like
that.
most societies try to optimize for mediocrity precisely because it's more stable.
You know what's funny? Because I live my life the other way. I don't do that. I don't.
Well, there's
live by
nothing
the
to do with how you live your
I mean, I don't abide my endeavors with parameters of like, I guess like just very safe curves. Like I like to risk it for the biscuit. You know, like.
I feel like you like to risk it even not for the biscuit.
I always risk it for the biscuit.
No, but I'm saying
I have a very calculated sense of recklessness. Okay, it's never dude. Come on, like I'm not in jail. All right.
No, I'm not saying that.
I'm just saying like compared to like everyone.
Okay.
You know, look.
So it's a bar. It's a bar.
What?
That's a bar that you cleared. Yes.
What do you mean?
You're not in jail.
Like, no. I mean, like, look. It's not that. It's like I think it's really funny because like I didn't even know this about myself, but I grew up with a lot of friends. Like we were all punks. We all took a lot of risks.
Sure.
So it was kind of easy to look at us all like, uniformly, right?
I guess.
In the same hue. But then it wasn't until we got older did we realize some of us were taking like calculated risks.
More calculated.
Other of us were taking just completely balls to the wall. Like I really don't give a fuck. And we didn't know this as teenagers. We didn't see the difference.
I see what
we were all just like kids, like taking risks. It wasn't until we got older and we all ended up in our separate like paths that we realized, some of us really were actually like being thoughtful. I was the whole time.
Right.
I thought they were too. Turns out they were just being, by the time we were like 20, 22, 23, we realized, you were just being a fucking dick and you're going to die. Like you're going to be dead soon, dude.
Yes.
So it's like, that's where I think like, you know, extremistan can be misconstrued.
No, but you're talking about individual behavior. I'm talking about social behavior. Or social setup.
I'm saying
right?
like those archetypes further fractalize into more archetypes, you know?
No. Like, I'm talking about like...
I mean, not that those parameter flavors, those genres of I guess.
No, I mean,
like
your thing is valid. That's just not what Nassim Taleb
what you're
was
referring
talking
to, what you're referring to is like genre, like the actual...
No, not genre. It's like the society itself. Like... You know, imagine
society plays out a narrative, which is the genre, which is going to be extremistan or what? Mediocristan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but I'm saying like, you know, imagine a society where like, you know, you're one social mistake away from like being sent to jail.
Okay.
Like you say like one wrong thing.
Yeah.
Or like, you make one correct like move and you get promoted like to like fucking CEO and make like millions of dollars.
I can imagine both. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm saying that'd be like extremistan.
Yeah.
Like that'd be like a social thing. And nothing to do with
I'm
you.
saying that reflects more of my personal reality and my experience of life than I'm sure other people probably experience the opposite, where it's like they experience more mediocristan in their fucking.
Well, I'd say the thing about like where you came from, maybe I'm assuming this, like there wasn't the possibility of big reward. Right? Like you could take a risk, like your rewards are pretty limited. Like what would be like
personally?
Like when you and your friends grew up, right? Mm-hmm. Like there wasn't like, you know, you can't like 100x your shit.
Yeah.
Or like 100x wouldn't even be like much.
Fair enough, yeah.
right? Whereas, yeah, the punishments were pretty severe.
Yeah.
But, like, as long as you didn't do shit that's, like, extreme, you'd be mostly okay. Like, if you just, like, left yourself, like, to your own devices without, like, fucking with anything. Right? Like, if you weren't taking any risks,
so what were you, so what does this guy say about Extremistan and Mediocristan?
I forgot. What was the original title?
Extremistan and Mediocristan.
No, but what was that in reference to?
We were talking about how society is developing in ways that could bring up all these weird little nuanced disorders.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Yeah. So I'm saying, like, in a Mediocristan society, like, these things would not be a big deal, right? Like, you having, like, weird quirks, it's like, whatever. Like, you can be weird. Like, nothing will really happen.
You could be autistic and nothing, because everyone's still, like, pretty much got the same deal.
Yeah. Whereas, in Extremistan, those quirks can, like, make or break you. Or rather, break or make you.
Yeah, because you're living on further margins.
I'm saying, like...
You're living with less margins.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, you could be weird, and that could be, like, a massive advantage, actually.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it's like, oh... Like, you do something original, and it's like... It, like, boosts you up.
There's basically
for like no reason.
There's basically it's because there's less margins. When there's more margins, you could be a little weird. You could color a little outside of the fucking frame, but as long as there's margins to like catch your fuck up, it's okay. If there's no margins, then you're like drawing on the table pretty much by accident if you're not careful.
Yeah.
Margins for error, I should say.
Yes.
So if you have more margins for error in a mediocre society, which that's the appeal of a mediocre society, is that you do have a greater margin for error. Now the appeal for having less margin for error is your successes are more pronounced.
Yes.
Because you manage to succeed through the chaos, through the flames, through the fires that everyone had to suffer. Which I like that. I mean, only because I guess I'm biased, because like I felt like I kind of got scraped through the coals and I managed to fucking walk it off, but that's more of an ego thing, that's more of I feel good because only I did it, but I also agree that and you can't just leave it up to balance either. Say, oh, we need a little bit of both. Yeah, like good luck with that,
Well, I mean, it's a little tricky. Like, ideally, a society would aim to like not penalize mistakes too hard, but also try to reward success, right? To bias towards success.
Well, I look at the reality as in like, any dynamic you name, like what you just said, like Mediocristan and Extremistan or good, bad, light and dark. Yeah. The only truth I've come to know about these things is that yes, these things exist. Yes, both, like everything has a polar opposite. Everything has polarity. So when you tell me like stuff like that, if anything has polarity, if something has polarity, what that also tells me is that thing will never stay in one state forever. It's always going to go from one state to another state and then back. It's never like this thing
shift.
So it's like when you give me any kind of dynamic like that, like Extremistan and Mediocristan or good and evil and everything, what that tells me is like the world will never be Mediocristan only.
Yeah,
the world will never be Extremistan only. It'll never be both at the same time. But what it will do is phase between back and forth.
You could step out of one and into the other inadvertently.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So this is like almost a law of nature to me. Like all these dynamics.
Well, it's not even that. These are models that we superimpose on reality.
I mean, these are also. I disagree. I think it's just something you discover. These are laws you discover about nature.
Yeah, but I'm saying like, call them laws, call them models. Like, they only apply within a certain range of parameters.
Yeah.
You step outside those parameters, now it's like not like that.
Exactly. Yeah.
Maybe you're Mediocristan if you're like on welfare, and then you're like Extremistan if you have like $100 million.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Also, like let's say you had a really good day.
Yeah.
And you're thinking to yourself, I can't let anything mess this up. I want my days to be like this forever from now on.
Well,
but that's never exactly. Yeah. Or let's say you had a really bad day and you're thinking to yourself, all my days are going to be bad forever. I'm
probably
never gonna have another. Exactly. You're going to have another good day.
Yeah.
You know, you kind of remind me of with that haircut.
Hopefully.
You kind of look like Tom Hardy.
Wow. I'll take that as a compliment, actually.
Tom Hardy?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the fucking man. I love Tom Hardy.
I feel like
he's a fucking British Chad, yo.
Okay, so he's very well regarded, but I actually don't know, like, what was his good movie?
Tom Hardy?
Yeah.
Dude, he was in a bunch of good British shit.
He was in, like, Venom, but, like, no one liked Venom.
Fuck Venom. He was in, he was in Peaky Blinders.
Oh.
He played a Jewish guy in Peaky Blinders.
That's funny.
He played the Jewish gangster, like the old school Jewish Jew guy. He was like, the Jewish girls, they're off the menu. Yeah, I was like, oh. Oh my god, because he had to defend the Jewish women. He was also he played in this really good gangster movie. This is the most memorable Tom Hardy movie. He played twins. Like
with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito?
No. Like he played him. You know, he played him and his brother.
Oh, you mean he played a role that made him twins?
Twins, yeah.
Oh, okay. British actors are just better at acting than American actors.
Because they're trained to act.
Well, they also start on plays, and then they transition into television.
You know who was British trained? Fucking Kevin Spacey. He was trained like a British actor. That's
I
why
can see that.
That's why he's so fucking good.
Oh, yeah. No, but like American actors, they're just like, you have a personality, and we're just going to use that. Like, you don't even have to act. Like, so many American actors are just themselves.
You're right. You're absolutely right. I don't even disagree 100%. You're 100% correct. And I do agree with you that British people are better actors. You know who else is better in Britain? Fucking comedians.
I don't know about that one.
You want to hear something funny?
We have black people. We're forgetting about black people.
Fuck that. I heard this on a fucking. I heard this on a stand up from an Asian guy actually from Singapore. He did both. Like he toured in both U.S. and Britain, and he says this. He goes, this was in a New York show. They recorded. So he was like, you see, you guys get it. You guys understand. You guys know how this works. You come, you pay some money, you have a couple of drinks with your friends, you hear a guy tell some jokes, you fucking laugh, and then you fucking go home, right? You guys understand? That's how it works. Yes. It's cool. It's good. It's easy.
Sure.
But in Britain, in the UK, it's just not like that. What? First of all, they don't call it stand-up. They call them comedy festivals, right? And he goes like this. He's like, in Britain, basically, your audience member is full of people that just come up to you. They go, here's 20 quid. Now make me laugh, funny man. And they look all pissed off. They just sit there angry, like, make me laugh. and then that's the experience of doing British stand-up. Like, it's really, really hard there, apparently.
That's weird.
But same with acting. You know, they just have a higher standard for that shit, you know?
Well, I mean, I feel like it's a different skill set at that point.
You're right.
But like I do think acting is acting, whereas that style of comedy is like a different style of comedy.
No, I mean British stand-up is still hilarious in the States.
I don't even know if I've seen British stand-up now that I think about it.
You never seen a British comedian before?
Not like in stand-up. Seen like fucking Benny Hill.
What about like Trevor Noah? He's a American familiar face that
he's South African or some shit. No, he's not British.
I thought he was British.
Is he British?
He speaks with a British accent.
He's South Africa.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know fucking shit about Trevor Noah. I just remember he was like all women are beautiful or something, but I just never seen a beautiful woman from like an Aboriginal beautiful woman.
Wow, he said that?
Yeah.
Trevor Noah said that?
Yeah, I was like, holy shit.
I mean, okay, I will say like
they are some ugly bitches. No, I'm kidding. I wouldn't say that.
No, like I do think like both John Oliver and Trevor Noah were like better comedians than they are talk show hosts.
What about Ricky Gervais?
I don't even know what he's on. I haven't followed him that hard.
I'm sure there's a couple of British comedians stand-up comedians that you've seen.
Not off the top of my head.
Yeah.
Shit. Well, can you name some besides Ricky Gervais? Because everyone names.
We'll
Ricky
circle back. We'll circle back to British comedians. I'm pretty sure a lot of British actors could probably do a stand-up set if they really, really wanted to.
Wait, question. Is Tom Middleditch British? I forgot.
I have no idea who the fuck that is.
He's the Silicon Valley guy.
I mean, I've only seen I don't know that show that well. That's right up. I know that's probably your fucking favorite show. If I were to profile you, I'd be like, yo, this guy's favorite show is that.
No, I actually got really annoyed at it.
Yeah.
Like, I dropped it because it was so stupid where it was like that constantly like have a new idea, like ride it up and then crash down. They get a new idea, right? And it's like over and over and over and over. And after like the 5th time of them like coming up with something brilliant and then having it fall off, I was just like, okay, I don't give a shit anymore.
But a lot of shows are like that. Like It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah, but like that's kind of the point. But it's like for Silicon Valley, you want to see them succeed a little bit just so you get like a different dynamic.
Oh fuck! You said Silicon Valley. I thought I was getting that show confused with the It Crowd.
Oh, I love IT Crowd.
Yeah, the IT Crowd. Yeah. I knew it. I knew. I was like, I knew you liked IT
No,
Crowd.
but IT Crowd is great. But that's a very different style of comedy.
Yeah, you're right. That's British as hell too.
Yeah. No, I just showed that to my girlfriend recently.
Did she like it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good fucking show.
Yeah, I showed her the best episode, which is the workouting.
Yeah.
Have you seen that one? That's the one where they go to the theater and they see a music.
That's what I'm saying. I only noticed that show because my Canadian ex was like, she liked watching it, and I was like, all right, I want to get into what she's into, so I watched it, and I was like, this is actually really funny.
It is really good. It is super underrated in my opinion.
Yeah, I like the dickhead boss.
Oh yeah.
No, I mean I like his son.
Oh yeah, his son too.
Yeah.
They're both good.
Yeah.
Dude, that I mean, like his suicide attempt is like pretty nuts. Or not attempt, he succeeds.
I will.
The one where he's like in the the one where he's in the business meeting, he just walks out the window.
Oh, I like the one where he sees the gun.
Yeah. Oh, that one too. There's
he
so
reads
many
the letter from his
moments.
dad. He's like, I packed this gun.
Yeah.
I in case you wanted to commit suicide.
Yeah.
And it just didn't work.
No. Oh man, it gets dark, but only for the higher ups. Like Moss and Roy are chilling.
You know who makes some pretty fucking funny movies? You know Guy Ritchie?
Yeah.
Yo,
I love Guy Ritchie.
Guy Ritchie is good. Did you ever see? You like Snatch, right?
Well, Lock, Stock is like one of my favorites.
Lock, Stock. Did you? Well, yeah. Did you like Snatch?
I don't remember it as well. That's the one, the boxing, right?
Boxing in the Diamond, yeah.
Yeah.
Grand Theft Auto 4 literally ripped off of the Snatch storyline.
I could believe that. I just don't remember. I saw it when I was so young.
Yeah. Grand Theft Auto 4 was probably, like, story-wise, the best Grand Theft Auto game ever made so far.
I could see that. Only because 5, like, dropped the ball.
Did you play 4?
No.
You know what it was about, right?
Yes. Yeah, Nico and...
A Serbian immigrant guy, yeah. It's awesome. It's
no,
so
dude,
good.
I stopped playing video games around PS2 era.
I mean...
And I think I made the right call. I don't even fucking regret it.
They're like comic books. Even if you don't consume them directly, like you're still going to feel the effects of them.
Yeah,
You're going to see them in reference in movies, TV shows, and all that shit. Like,
okay. Actually, here's a fun conversation we could have. Is modern video gaming worse than like PS2 era or like SNES era, the PS1 era?
hell no.
Really?
Modern gaming is sick.
No, bullshit.
Fuck yeah.
It's all cutscenes and like fucking fetch quests.
You know what? Let's break that question down.
Okay, but I also haven't played modern video games since PS2. So
here's where I think
I'm a little biased.
Here's where I think modern video games, quote unquote, compared to like 2001 or whatever. Yeah. Modern video games compared to the 90s even or 2001, I think they're worse products. I don't think they're good like solid things you buy at a store and enjoy for whatever. But as works of like art and like abstract property, like abstracted intellectual creative output, I think it's getting very crazy now. I think it's like
in what sense?
Pushing boundaries, you know?
Which boundaries?
Of expression. Like expressing a story, expressing a message, expressing like...
But that's like the realm of movies. I do believe modern video games are more like movies.
Interactive though. They have like it's like a more dimensional movie, you know?
Okay. Did I ever tell you my theory on video games versus art?
No, but I've heard this conversation so many times. And I agree with the fact that like really video games just want a seat at the creative table. You know, but not all. But the thing is, like, not all video games are art.
No. Okay. You need to hear my take. Well, there's two takes. There's like the social take, and then there's the actual philosophical take.
Yeah.
Okay. Social take. I think a lot of people want video games to be art, so they could make shitty video games, and then be like, you just don't understand.
No, it's just like paint. That's just like all art.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So that's why they want that. But like video games are not as susceptible to that as they would hope. Because so games are not art. Basically. Games and art are two.
What about chess?
Chess is not art.
Okay.
Like, no, because I watched the whole talk on this at MagFest and I thought it was great.
Okay.
Basically, like the guy argued that the definition of a game is when you engage in illusory means for illusory ends.
Gotcha. Where
illusory is just another word for like kind of arbitrary, but like for the sake of a game / entertainment.
Yeah.
Right. So like the example he used is like a game of basketball, right? Your illusory end is get the ball in the hoop, and your illusory means is all the restrictions that go like with basketball, right? Like you can't play basketball by taking a ladder, climbing up it, and just going like dunking the hoop for like the whole game.
Yeah, you're right. Otherwise it wouldn't be much of a game.
So like you pick a bunch of arbitrary restrictions and like a goal.
Parameters.
Yeah. And that's your game.
Yeah.
Right? Like art doesn't do this. Like art can't do this. Right? Art doesn't even exist in this.
Well, we do it to art too, though. That's why we make genres in music, for example. We create those illusory parameters so that we could kind of have
illusory.
Illusory, yeah. We create those illusory parameters.
Well, no, because art criticism tends to be more descriptive than prescriptive. Like no one says you have to make techno a certain way.
They just say it makes me feel like shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but like art doesn't have a goal, for example.
Right.
Right? There's no illusory ends. Like you don't like win art by like fulfilling a thing. Right?
Yeah. So video games so you're saying video games aren't art.
No. So here's the thing. That was games are not art.
Okay.
So then I posited the logical question of are video games games? And the answer is no. Actually,
something else.
No, video games are simulations that contain games.
They also contain art.
They also contain art.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like
so here's my take on video games, and I don't know if you'll appreciate it or not, but I think video games might. First of all, like when I say like not all video games are art, that's actually true. I mean, you could also say no video games are art. That might be true too. Well, here's what I'll say.
It's not exactly the case. Okay.
You know what I'm saying. But what I was gonna say is, actually no. What were you gonna say? You finish your point.
Yeah. So my video games are simulations that contain games.
Yes.
Right. So that's how you have multiple games within a video game.
Yeah.
Right? Because if it was a single game, like you would never have like take Grand Theft Auto, right? Like you could make a whole game of like, jumping your motorcycle over some like fence to get into like a compound.
How about this?
Right?
You can walk into a bar in Grand Theft Auto and go to the pinball machine and just try to get there.
Exactly. So like, a lot of your thing is spent in a simulation, and then there's games within the simulation.
Yeah.
Right? And there's multiple games. You can have as many games as you want.
Yes.
Actually,
like that's one of the appeals of it.
One of the fun parts is that video game designers have is to get you to play the game that they want you to play, because in theory you can't you could play however you want. Like that's when you get into like can you play a video game wrong, right? Like if you play Zelda without never using the attack button, like did you play it wrong? Like what if you never knew it was there?
Okay, yeah.
Like, you play a different game now than the one that the designers intended.
Yeah.
Right? So, that's something that designers have to contend with. They're like, how do we transmit the rules of the game that we want you to play in the simulation?
Well, some game designers are better at this than others.
Yeah, for sure.
Like From Software, for example.
Yeah.
Like when they make their Dark Souls games, what they do is
they ramp it up.
Yeah, they give you the RPG elements of like leveling up and stuff, but they also always, at least for Dark Souls, I don't know about Elden Ring or other games like Bloodborne, but I know for Dark Souls, they give you the option of being able to beat the whole game without using any like experience upgrades, like just from using pure skill alone. Like they give you that freedom.
Right. So then the question is, is playing a game without a certain mechanic the same game? You could argue it's not, or it's like a variation of a game. Right? Like, is basketball without fouls the same game as regular basketball?
Also, you look at like Hideo Kojima and Metal Gear Solid. He's all keen on making like war games where you have an option to play without killing anyone. Yeah,
but that's kind of like the simulation aspect, right? Like, you can play the game. Well,
there's also like a whole
play.
narrative behind like war and anti-war and why it's bad and all that stuff.
So then, arguably, interspersed in the simulation, you have all these narrative elements like cutscenes and dialogue,
which is the message that the
well, not inherently, right? Because do you know about ludonarrative dissonance?
I know the words. I forgot exactly what it meant.
Well, just like ludology is the study of gaming, right? Yeah. So ludonarrative dissonance is when the game, like the game's setting or like story and the game's gameplay are at odds with each other.
Yeah.
Right. So if like you're like a really nice guy, and then in the game you're just killing civilians, right?
Okay,
like
now
the
I
whole
the
game.
Concept. Yeah, now I remember.
That's ludonarrative dissonance.
Yeah.
Right? Because what the game wants you to be and what you're doing are at odds with each other. How you play, how the game perceives you. But that's because it's not a game, it's a simulation, right? The simulation perceives you different than your game. Yeah. They're kind of disconnected.
Yeah, like when I'm playing like Watch Dogs 2 and like the cutscenes show me as this like happy-go-lucky freedom fighter sticking it to corporations, and when I'm playing the game I'm just this like psychopathic murderer. Yeah, that's ludonarrative dissonance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also like, so when it comes to like the whole thing about like video games and art, I mean, one of the greatest things I've heard about that concept is like, video games contain art. And just because something contains art doesn't make it art. Like a dumpster, a dumpster could contain a bunch of paintings. That doesn't make a dumpster art,
Well, the thing is, the art in a video game is to some degree self-contained. Yeah. Right? So, like, if you watch just the narrative aspects of a video game, like, that will be a self-contained art piece.
Yes.
Like, if you read all the dialogue, I guess not all. Okay, the thing about dialogue is it's optional, whereas cutscenes are mandatory, I guess. Right?
Yeah.
So like, because the thing about art is in order to judge art, you have to see the whole thing, right? That's one of like the rules of art, even though people claim there is no rules of art. But like, you can't judge a movie by watching half a movie.
Okay, yeah.
Right? Like, for all you know, in the end, it could like completely change shit around.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, you judge a painting by looking at the whole painting.
Yeah.
You can't look at like a quarter of the painting and be like, this fucking sucks. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Right? So like, you can't do this with games or video games. Like, you can never play like every chess move. You can never play every basketball move. Like, even in a video game, even if you see all the content, right? Like, how you got there is your own thing.
Yeah.
Like, there is no set experience in the same way looking at a painting is like a set experience, or looking at a movie is a set experience.
Yeah. So what I would say about movies, and well, I mean not movies, video games. What I would say about video games in regards to art. I mean, yes, like video games do contain art. Video games do contain games, and they do function as simulations.
Yes.
So I think that there is video games in certain aspects of like enriching the human experience, they may be higher than art. I mean, also, I think like, listen,
possibly,
I don't think you could have video games without art. First of all, you need art to make video games.
Yes.
But I think what all the art and what all the games culminate to in video games is an experience that is higher than just any single piece of art or any single game. What video games offer is an avenue to engage the human state of play.
Yes.
Where you're no longer just Homo sapiens, you're Homo ludens. You're an intelligent human being that's able to engage in a state of play.
But that's all games.
Yeah, exactly. No. Video games also especially are very good at this, because what they do is they give you a narrative to live out. Now, here's the thing about video games, right? For example, not everyone in the world can be a space marine or a cowboy or a fucking or a bank robber or a fucking or a super cop or a robot. So video games allow you to live out these narratives by engaging in a state of play. Now the art gives you the narrative. It gives you like you're a space cowboy. It gives you your whatever. The games give you the mechanics that force you to live out the experiences as that thing. Where it's like, all right, I'm given a logistical problem as a space marine. How am I going to solve this? Am I going to kill this guy? Or am I going to try to sneak around him?
The answer is yes. You're always going to kill the guy first.
No, not always. That's what I'm saying.
Space Marines never do stealth.
Okay,
There's no
but what if you're
game
like
where Space
what if
Marines
you're like a tactical mercenary spy?
Then
like
you get to stealth.
Exactly. This is what I'm saying. This is why the art matters, because the art gives you distinguishing characteristics that engage that part of your imagination, where it's like not just a state of play of just playing chess or checkers, but it gives you the narrative behind it, where I am playing checkers but as a space marine, as a fucking cowboy, you know? That's the whole point. And that culminates into something higher than just looking at a painting or listening to someone else's song, whatever. Like, this is you getting to like engage with this, not a game, not just a video, but a video game, where it's like you're living out the simulation of a space cowboy. And that's very valuable.
So I half disagree with that. Because
what are you disagreeing with exactly?
Yeah, let me think about it for a second. Yeah, the first thing is who's just like, okay, you get by combining play, like, you know, the play aspects of a video game with the narrative, right? Like, you're losing the simulation aspects. Like, you're arguing as if, you know, like when you play a video game, it is the simulation of the narrative.
That's not true. There's
no, that's what I'm saying. In practice, it's not.
No, there's plenty of games where it's like blended. Like, you ever play like Fortnite or like Call of Duty?
No, but I'm saying like something like Red Dead Redemption. Yeah, you get like Cowboy Simulator in addition to Cowboy Game.
Yeah,
but a lot of times it's just like window dressing for the mechanics of the game. Right, like,
but it works though to tell a story and also to immerse you in an experience.
It can.
It does. Well, it can.
Okay,
now, it doesn't all the time.
Fine, like it does, but it doesn't function in the way that you claim. Sort of like you don't get the experience of being a space marine. Like the experience of being a space marine is nothing like Gears of War. Right,
no, I was thinking like Halo
or Halo. Like it's nothing like Halo, right? Those are like very abridged specific parts.
No. I'm not talking about logistical.
Like, but that's what I'm saying. It's
I'm
not.
talking
It's
about
not
the
a Space Marine simulation.
Emotional.
I don't even know about that.
Well, dude, it's not. It's not supposed. I'm not talking about realism. I'm talking about like straight up fantasy, like the fantasy of being a space marine or a cowboy. Or whatever. But you know what? You bring up a really good point. Yes, these video games do allow like immerse yourself in a story, but like, you know, like let's say you are playing like a badass video game where you get to like feel what it's like to be the best space marine ever. But the reality of even being a space marine is it's probably gonna be like either boring or really horrifying.
Well,
you know, like,
I mean, you know, there's that quote where it's like war is a lot of boredom punctuated by minutes of sheer terror.
Well, yeah.
That's more like what war is like. But you can't make a video game like that.
Or it's like fall. If you're actually like a post-apocalyptic survivor of a wasteland, you're probably going to be like, this sucks. Like, I'd rather be dead. Like, I don't want to live through this shit. I don't care about experience points. Like, just fucking kill me now. Like,
I mean, to be fair, games like Escape from Tarkov or Stalker, I do think do a pretty good job.
Okay, see, even everyone can find some bias where it's like some of them.
No, but like I like those games better than like Fallout, even though Fallout is also cool.
It's not that cool.
No, but I'm saying like Stalker is fucking cool.
Stalker is cool.
Like, because that is
I want to play Metro.
Oh yeah, well that's more linear.
Yeah.
But I haven't played it, so I guess I shouldn't.
I don't like linear first person shooters though. It feels like it's like a waste of two genres at once, you know?
Well, yeah. Well, it depends on how you can approach the scenarios.
Yo, you know who I really hate? I hate fucking Ubisoft. I think they're a psyop.
Haha, I can see that.
God, it's like an icky feeling, you know. It's like
I just ignored all their games, so
I know but it's like their game.
They're just French. They're French and French Canadian.
No,
That's what
I think
it is.
there's something going on with them. They're really weird. They're very
French. I'm telling you, they're French.
like look at the game. You know, you never played their games. I can't even.
No, I played some Assassin's Creed.
No, but that's why one. First of all,
Played Rayman.
Okay. You ever play like Watch Dogs or like?
No, I haven't played
What
Watch
about their
Dogs.
Tom Clancy games? I think Tom Clancy.
I played Splinter Cell. Yeah,
Tom Clancy,
like the Xbox one.
Tom Clancy's a psyop, but so is like all their.
I could see. Tom Clancy's. Yeah, I could definitely see Tom Clancy being a psyop. I'll give you that one.
And Ubisoft like literally like laps up Tom Clancy branding like wholesale. Like
yeah,
dude, the whole thing is a psyop.
But that's because they don't know what else to do with themselves.
No, I'm telling you, they're serving some function to control, to be some sort of controlled opposition or something. But
I don't even know.
Yeah.
What about League of Legends? You think League of Legends is a psyop?
No, I think that's just straight up corporate. They only care about dominance.
Well, in that sense, I feel like League of Legends does more damage than an actual psyop.
Maybe you're right. You know what? I'm not even going to deny that. Maybe you're absolutely right about that.
You ever played League?
Yeah, briefly. I don't like it.
It was, so I got like into it, but I rarely had fun. It was like addictive, but not fun. You know?
Yeah, that's not a good addiction. When you can't stop doing something that you don't enjoy, that's like bad.
Well, I mean, okay, I feel like there's a lot of games, like sports and like video games, where it's like you're doing a whole lot of nothing with like some critical moments.
That's war. That's being a soldier.
Yeah, I was gonna say similar to war, but like something like baseball, right? Like you have like a ton of downtime. No. You have so much downtime. I like golf. Golf, you have so much downtime.
I disagree with both those sentiments. Okay, first of all, if you legitimately care about the game, it's not passive. Like
no, I'm not saying it's passive.
Every moment matters, even if there is downtime. Every moment actually matters.
No, yeah, the critical moments matter, but downtime is downtime, right? Like,
yeah, but first of all, in baseball and golf, the downtime is actually not bad.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm saying it's there.
In war, the downtime is bad because, like,
well, depends. You're not getting killed, shot at. You get to chill, maybe.
Yeah, but where it's like you still can't do whatever you want. Like when you have downtime,
same with sports downtime.
Yeah, but you are doing what you want.
No,
and you're really hanging out with your buds. You're hanging out with your team.
Okay, in that sense, well, I guess you could do that in war too, though.
Yeah, but it's not the same. You know,
it's not the same. You might get killed. You might get killed
at any time. You know. Like,
yeah. You better really enjoy hanging out with the buds then.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and most of the time they don't. Most of the time they don't like those assholes that they're with all the time. Okay,
good point. Okay. Yeah, but yes. So like League has a lot of like downtime.
Yeah, it's like
in addition to but it's more like sports downtime. Like you're not getting killed when you're walking from your base to like the tower
and getting ads,
right? And then there's like there's like a procedure to it, similar to sports.
It's like first you got to farm the ads, you got to kill them, and then get a certain level.
Exactly, yeah. All the like ritualistic stuff.
Yeah. Right,
and it's like how well you perform it makes a difference in your end game.
Who's got the better anthill?
Yeah. I forgot where I was going with this. Oh yeah. So yeah, like I guess I'm just like not a fan of games with downtime or like that kind of downtime. Like I much prefer like a more concentrated experience where I'm just like on for 15 minutes, like a first-person shooter. Yeah. Then like you're chilling, then you gotta like do shit. Then you're chilling, then you gotta do shit. But that's why I didn't enjoy League. I was just like so bored during the downtime. I guess maybe because I wasn't playing with friends. I was playing with randos. Yeah. Right, so then you're just like waiting for the fun part.
I was just gonna say, like when you have games at downtime, those are the best when you have friends to play.
Yeah,
with.
That's true.
When you have like fast-paced games,
you have no time to talk to friends.
Also, that shit'll make you fucking hate your friends. Like if you're trying to play like Counter-Strike,
possibly, yeah.
Like you can't play that shit with like your closest buddy.
You gotta
play that shit with like a pro solid team. You know?
Nah, because I wasn't that good. I would let a pro solid team down. Easy.
I mean, honestly, the only thing that they could ever ask from a gamer is just try not to suck. Like that's all you have to do is just try not to suck, and you'll eventually get like pretty good if you keep at it. You know?
Well, there's degrees, isn't anything.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I still think like the greatest MMO ever made so far is like social media. You know, like
No,
like Facebook or
I would.
Twitter.
I see that's a good analogy, but I would not call it an MMO.
Yeah.
There's no like ranking. You don't get like
what?
who's like the best social media person.
Mr. Beast.
No, okay, you're thinking YouTube. It's not Facebook.
The best Facebook person?
Yeah, there's no best Facebook person. Who gives a shit about
Mark
like,
Zuckerberg.
No, but he owns the company.
Exactly.
It's not the same thing.
He's the best.
No, he's not the best Facebook user. He's a Facebook owner.
Yeah.
That's like saying like the best basketball player is like the guy who owns the Knicks.
I mean, we don't know
doesn't
by
make
name,
sense.
but we know Mark Zuckerberg by name.
I'm pretty sure many people know who owns the Knicks by name.
The Knicks?
Yeah, I don't know who owns the Knicks.
I don't know who that guy is.
But like, people do. Come on.
Are you saying Facebook is like very egalitarian, very
No. I'm saying it's not a game. At all.
It's not?
There's no illusory ends. There's no illusory means.
There's just games in it.
There could be games in it.
There are games in it.
So you could make up games within Facebook.
Yeah.
Like get more likes or get more, whatever, follows or whatever the fuck.
No, there's literally games in Facebook.
Yeah, those too. But those are self-contained games. They're not like Facebook games.
Okay.
They're games like inside, like it's not the same thing. I'm saying you're not playing with the platform. You're playing with a game that the platform gives you.
I think they are trying to make a social networking thing that is a game.
Yeah, but like you could just have social media within a MMO.
That's actually a really good
like,
idea.
You could chill with RuneScape. You could chill on Warcraft, like World of Warcraft.
Actually, you know what a good example is? EVE Online.
Yeah, you could chill on Eve.
Yeah, people do chill in Eve.
Yeah, so
but
like,
it's also Eve is also very serious because you got like really rich people, really rich gamers dumping a fuck ton.
Yeah,
of money.
I understand.
So I'm like,
yeah, so like that is a game though, right?
Well, it's actually
like that's a game with downtime where you could chill. And it's a lot of downtime.
That is a game.
Eve is like the downtimest game.
That's the
ever.
Eve is the game of downtime for sure.
Yeah.
It is honestly Eve Online is one of the games ever created.
Wow, that is a statement.
Yeah.
I can't believe you said that.
Eve is one of the
I can believe you said that.
Eve is one of the games ever made.
Yeah. Eve is one of the spreadsheets ever made.
Eve Online is one of the games of all time.
Yes. Yeah. Eve is one of the downtime of all time.
Yeah. Fucking Eve Online. I like those games. I
don't think I ever played it though.
I never played it. I mean, as I'm getting older, I'm like getting more interested in games where that give me a lot of downtime.
But you need to have a lot of time to tolerate a lot of downtime.
That's true, and I do have time like working behind a computer screen. That's really what it is. Like, I mean,
you could do like Civilization.
Yeah, like play like Paradox games. Like fucking, I play Stellaris, which is a lot of fun.
I don't even know what that one is.
What?
What is that?
You ever heard of Crusader Kings?
No.
Oh, so you don't even play PC games?
I don't play anything.
Damn.
Dude, at this point, I'd rather like write my own video game in programming than play a game. That's how far gone I am.
I really.
No, I do like video games as well. Like I miss them, but like I have no patience. I don't know. It's bad.
It's not bad. I mean, it's not good or bad. It is what it is.
Like if I had to pick between like video gaming and music, I'd pick music. Like easy.
I don't think you have to choose between the two. I mean,
but honestly, I feel like I do because I only have so much time.
That's true. People do only have a limited amount of time.
Yeah.
Time management becomes very important.
Yeah.
Which is why I think like as a young adult, it's like my immediate goal is just figure out how to like not have to work for a job for a living.
So I have theories about that too, which I was discussing recently. Okay, hear me out on this one because you may have some insight. Okay, like people who like scam the system.
Yeah.
Why are they never productive?
What are you talking about?
Like they never do anything worthwhile. as far as I could tell.
What do you mean? All right, can you give me examples
Like-
of scamming the system?
Like someone on welfare, right?
Oh,
Like
okay.
they never like use the time to like better themselves, or like someone who like pretends to be disabled.
Okay, first of all, that example you gave me, like scamming the system by using
Yeah.
welfare, that's not a good scam. That's like a really bad. That's a low
Look,
IQ scam. That's
okay,
like
fine,
that
whatever.
answers your question. Like the reason why they don't do anything worthwhile is they're retarded.
Yeah,
Like,
but like
you
they
do-
could. They have the opportunity. Is what I mean.
I'm saying like
Like
real
why
peop-
don't those people make like crazy art?
because
Sometimes
those-
they try. Actually, they're
because-
probably amateur rappers, but they're just too like bad.
First
at
of
it.
all, the person,
Whatever.
the kind of person who
Is
would
that
make
racist?
worthwhile creative output is the kind of person who would think of a better scam than just going on welfare and milking the state.
No, but I feel like yeah, if you devote all your time to the scam, you're not gonna make something good.
It's not true.
Well, but like, give me some examples here. Like,
Okay. What's a good scam? Let's see. There's Section 8 housing scam. Like, suppose, like,
Yeah, but like, have they like gone on to better things?
of course,
Like what?
like owning a restaurant. I don't know, owning some janky fucking car wash or laundromat.
Do they? No.
Yeah, these are cash rich businesses. This is why they do these things. This is why they. The reason why. All right, the scam. First of all, the good scams you don't hear about them because they're so innocuous seeming. I mean, they're not actually innocuous, but they're innocuous looking enough where we just barely look. But these, you see an immigrant family like performing like Section 8 scammings and using that profit to buy like laundromats that are just cash rich.
Okay, okay.
And we don't see that they're flourishing, but they're actually making like really decent.
Okay,
pulls,
I
like,
argue
fucking-
immigrants are the exception to this.
it's not just immigrants, but what I'm saying is they're a good example.
Okay,
And, like,
I'll give you that. a little
Koreans
bit.
do it, Indians do it, Mexicans do it. Like I'm saying, like they're like scamming isn't anything new. Like
No, I'm not saying that. My point was usually like when people scam, they tend to like just stop at the scam.
well, the obvious ones, yeah.
Yeah. No, but like most scams, I feel like
No,
I think like even like trust fund kids, right? Like many of them just don't do anything.
are you serious? First of all, any like legal business that we look on paper does at least 15% illegal shit. They have to.
No,
Like
no.
no large.
No, you're going in the opposite direction here. I'm not saying people who do shit don't scam. I'm saying people who primarily scam don't do shit.
because everybody scams.
Yes, but
Everybody
no, but
scams,
yes.
dude. Everybody scams. Everybody cuts lines. Everybody fucking tries to fucking
No,
dodge
no.
taxes. Everybody.
I agree with that.
Everybody scams, dude.
No, but there's a quantitative difference between someone whose business is primarily, something legit, and then they scam on like to make that sustainable.
All right, hold that thought. I gotta take a piss, so I'm gonna figure out.
Come on, we're on a roll here.
All right, say it. Keep finishing.
Yeah,
Thought.
there's a qualitative difference between people who have a legit business who scam to keep it going, and people whose sustenance is primarily scam.
People whose sustenance is primarily scam are probably not doing anything with their shit because they're pieces of shit for some reason.
Yeah, but that's what I'm getting at. Like,
you're right,
why
you're right,
not?
You're right. Everybody. Yes, we agree that everybody scams. But what you're saying is that the people who do primarily scam are pieces of shit, and why? They have the ingenuity to sustain on scamming, and yet there's something that is
it's
preventing them from doing something like actually
More meaningful,
worthwhile.
yeah. Like, why not?
Maybe it's because the thing that forces them to rely primarily on scams prevents them from having an actual place in like regular society, like regular normal people world,
Maybe, but that's kind of what I'm getting at. Like,
Like
is that a thing?
maybe they're pedophiles or something. Like
No,
maybe they're-
pedophiles
may-
tend to be
maybe
weirdly
they're
successful
maybe
at
they're
times.
legal immigrants.
I don't even know about that.
Maybe they're felons.
No, like I literally,
Like non-violent felons.
I literally do not have like evidence in either direction on that.
I'm just
sort of
giving
thing.
maybes here, like I'm not
No, like I get what you're getting at, but like I just have no idea.
Yeah.
Like like felons don't make up a large portion of the population. Talking about like the average scammer, right? Which is probably not a felon.
What is the average? What is it? I don't even know what average scams are. I could just tell you what I would do as a scam, like that's all I could say. But
No, but that's not what I mean. Like, what I mean is, generally speaking, people who have found ways to live off the system without doing productive
or
work
have to be smart and clever enough to be able to.
Yes, but then they have all this free time, they have all these resources.
Could be drugs.
Yeah, fine, but like very rarely do they like go and do something good with it.
Maybe it's because maybe they were just like idiots, but the scam itself was taught to them by someone who was a lot smarter than them.
That's possible too. Well, like they could also just learn real skills by that logic.
That's true. Shit.
Maybe that's harder. I don't know.
Maybe we should work on a documentary on scammers.
Like which ones?
You're right. There's a lot of different types of scammers. There's a lot. Well, let's break it down. First, let's break it down into like mind, body, and soul. Let's think about the fitness scammers, like the fitness grifters.
Well, that's a small subsect. Like, okay, no.
How about this? Fitness and sex grifters, and then there's the psychology grifters, and then there's the religious grifters. Mind, body, soul trifecta. Yo.
Yeah, no, you're already way too specific. I think it would be like scamming the system, scamming individuals with a system.
And then scamming a whole collective?
No, and then scamming individuals without a system.
So it has to start off with the concept of scamming alone, like scamming. What is scamming?
Yeah, let's just not go that hard for the sake of philosophy or not philosophy.
Scamming.
No, but I mean like scamming the system would be like, there's a bureaucracy and you like lie to it or like do whatever the fuck. And now, like, the bureaucracy pays for it.
And the nature of the scam is also dependent on how much power and agency you have in power structure of all the...
Well, like, that could go anywhere from, like, Section 8 housing, insurance, to, like, the company pays you to, like, not work, basically, type shit. Right? Then scamming people with a system would be, like...
embezzlement.
Like, you spam phone calls, like multi-level marketing.
Oh, okay.
Like, you're in a system that's provided for you and you're kind of scamming external things using the system. Like Ponzi schemes, maybe. And then scamming individuals would be like one-on-one. Like
con artists.
Like, yeah, like you lie to your roommate about having the rent for like half a year.
Or you tell them like you could get drugs or whatever and make a quick flip and everyone makes money. However, you got robbed and meanwhile you just keep all the money.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like that would be like individual scams.
Yeah.
I would say like that would be like my categorization, but you could probably get broader still. I'm just doing this off the top of my head.
Let's see. What's another good scam idea?
Damn, scam category.
What?
That would be like scam category.
Yeah. Prostitution scams are always good. Those always taking a lot of money.
Well, that would be like in a system, right?
I guess, yeah. I mean, it really depends on who's facilitating the prostitution payment system. Because now it's all electronic. Like it's all like PayPal, Venmo.
Okay, I guess an interesting question is prostitution a scam? Like if you just fairly exchange sex for money.
No, I don't think it's a scam. I think
that'd be fair.
It's a fair service. It's like getting a massage. You know, like
exactly on your dick or whatever.
You're using their vagina
or your asshole, or whatever you're into.
Yeah. Or your mouth. Yeah. So getting a mouth massage with their penis.
Yo. Look, it's like brushing, okay? It's like brushing.
It's like therapy.
Yeah. Yeah, basically.
Oh my god. Yeah. Prostitution is definitely a scam. I mean,
definitely. Well,
but there's also like sometimes it's just an honest service. It's like, yes,
that's what I mean.
I'm a licensed massage therapist in Amsterdam. I'm from Romania and I do it topless. Like that's just my service. You know.
Okay. I'd say how about something like fortune readings? right? Like, what level of scam versus non-scam is that? Because
No,
you're providing a legitimate service.
That's 100% on the people.
But the service is bullshit.
That's 100% on the people who walk through that fucking door and give their
Yeah, but that's
fucking
what I
money.
mean.
That's 100%. You can never blame the psychic. That's just like an unwritten law. I mean, I'm serious. Like if you know how much of a fucking idiot you'll look like taking that to court. It's like, Your Honor, I walked into and then they'll be like, look at the paperwork. It's my shop is a novelty place. You know, it's like
that actually be really funny. Like, the psychic said I was gonna get hit by a car and I didn't.
Unless like
the psychic would be like, yeah, bro, I saved you.
Unless I jerked off in front of this like high school. Yeah, they said I was gonna die.
Yeah. Okay, that's a little much.
Oh man. Yeah, as a psychic you could do some fucking damage, huh?
Maybe. I don't know. It's like, you will kill the president of the United States.
Oh my god. You just I gotta cut that out.
No, but like, I didn't say that to anyone in particular.
You just said the words.
Yeah, no, but like, you shouldn't do it. I'm not saying anyone should do it. I'm just saying, if a psychic told you that and then you fucking attempted it,
Yeah.
are you gonna be like, well, the psychic told me to?
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know. I don't think psychics are that
doesn't hold up.
specific.
That doesn't hold up in court. The court is very materialistic.
Yeah, that's true.
That's really what they seem to focus on, even though they make you place your hand on the Bible and shit.
Oh, okay. Something I actually wonder about is
Wait, could you? How do you feel about Joe Biden?
Doesn't matter.
Joe, here's how Biden can still win.
Dude. Okay, Harris Biden. Take it. How about that?
Kamala Harris.
Yeah. So Harris president, Biden vice president.
I mean, that would be weird.
That'd be so weird.
Is Kamala the current acting president?
No. Biden dropped out of the race, but he didn't resign. He's gonna be president until the election.
Jesus Christ.
Well, you don't think he's doing a good job?
Biden?
Yeah. I actually don't know.
I don't know what the fuck the president does.
Dude, the problem is, if you talk to any Democrat, they'll be like, yeah, Biden's great. He's like doing all these things. Talk to any conservative, they're like, Biden's fucking everything up.
I don't
it's bullshit.
Know.
I don't know either.
I'm not in the Oval Office. I don't know.
No, like, okay, technically speaking, if you go by like the economy or whatever, like, it's pretty bad.
Is it?
Yeah. Unless you're in stocks.
I mean, the way I see it, like, economically, things have been going the way they were predicted to be going. Like, we knew.
Yeah, but the prediction is bad. Like, inflation, not great.
Well, that's not the fault of the prediction. That's just, I mean, it's just what the people who hear the prediction choose to do about it. Like, you know? Like,
no, but I'm saying, like, you know, is inflation Biden's fault? Can he do anything about it? I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or, like, war in Ukraine. Like, can Biden act better, or is he like doing the best job? I don't know. Some people would say yes, but like, it also depends on what outcomes they want.
I don't know. I mean, see, this is a tricky thing to talk about because, like, first of all, there's the first principle aspects of it, which is like the current paradigm and whatnot. But then there's also the possibility that it could all just be run by like reptilians or like a deep state cabal or some shit, you know? Like,
yeah, fine, but like, assume not that. Like, assume Biden just has like the options of a regular person. Do you think he's making like the best option choices?
Yeah. That he can think of, at least, you know, that his
well, okay, but by definition it's what he could think of. But I'm saying, like, the whole idea is like, he will get thinkers who are hopefully better than the average, or at least not worse than the average.
What problems is he dealing with? Who is he in war with right now? Honestly,
well, Ukraine and Russia. Yeah, that's like,
he's not at war with either Ukraine or Russia.
No, but I'm saying, like, that is a war that he's technically responsible for.
Is he?
Well, he chooses to be.
Doesn't seem like it.
Well, no, because again, it depends on how far back you want to go, right? Like, do you consider like Euromaidan, the Ukrainian Revolution, like an anti-Russian move?
The Ukrainian Revolution?
Yeah, the original Ukrainian Revolution in like 2014.
I
mean,
know.
okay, by definition, it's an anti-Russian move. But do you consider that like a Western sanctioned move? I think it is.
It has to, I mean, it's at least aligned.
But like, do you think it was like semi-orchestrated by Western powers?
Probably.
Yeah. So then, Russia, I'm not going to say is justified in attacking, but like that would mean they lost ground.
Yeah.
Because, Ukraine technically did overthrow a democratically elected president that was pro-Russian in favor of not going to Russia. Which I don't blame them for. But like that was a thing that happened.
Yeah, so it's all really just it all makes sense objectively, like in terms of why they would do such a thing.
Right. So I'm saying like if it's Western powers that facilitated that action.
Discrepancy.
Yeah, are they on the hook for the outcome? And to what degree?
But then it goes back even further than that.
Because, they could be like, okay, Ukraine, have this revolution. Oh, shit, Russia's attacking. Bye. Right?
But it goes back even further than that, and then further than that, and further than even that. Like, it's...
Yeah, well, that's like causality chain.
So then what's the point of, like, even, like... The fact is, we're not killing anyone over history. We're killing each other because it's a profitable business.
I don't even know if it's profitable per se, though it is, supposedly.
It is.
It could be profitable for some people.
I mean, it's profitable because it reinforces scarcity. You can't have a world economy without a sense of scarcity. And nothing enforces scarcity like war.
I guess.
It's true.
I mean, you're not wrong. But...
if everyone felt like they had everything they needed in life, our economy would... just be at a standstill.
No. But or rather, that would never happen.
I mean, that would require everyone to be more in tune with nature, I guess.
Yeah, but also competition, status, and
But that's all bullshit. That's all illusory. That's...
No, I don't think it's illusory. I think status is real. You could say it's socially constructed. But that's not the same thing as fake.
No, I mean, the fake is the way we enforce it. The way we choose to enforce...
How can you enforce it?
Using, broken monetary systems.
No, but that's a different thing from status, sort of.
Not really.
Okay, imagine, full-on equality, right?
No,
everyone has... Well, okay, let's say full-on economic equality. Everyone has the same amount of money. Everyone has, equal access to equal resources. They somehow magically make it equitable. So there's really no economic difference between anyone, right? You'll still have people that are smarter. You'll still have people that are better looking. You'll still have people that are more charismatic. You'll still have people that are taller or shorter, bigger boobs, nicer butt.
That's not the real problem. The real problem are people. The real problem, honestly, is the fact that the rate at which their consciousness develops and expands, but then their lifespan is so limited.
Sure,
we
fine.
never have enough time. That's really the problem.
That's a different thing than what I'm talking about.
I don't think it's that different at all. I mean,
It's
think
definitely related. But
I think the way we develop cognitively, to where we're 17, that should be our entire 80 years of life. We shouldn't develop past that. But the fact that we develop way past that, in fact,
yeah.
But yet we can only live to a meager 80 years or tops.
You could do 90.
But still,
it's not great, but you could.
It's still not good.
Some 90-year-olds, some 85-year-olds are still running for president.
Put it this way:
I don't know if
the
you
fact
noticed.
that you could actually imagine your 200 years of life and you're not able to live it ever.
No, I don't think you can imagine 200.
Yes, you can.
How?
You can't imagine living for 200 years?
No, or rather, living maybe. Well, what state would you be in?
What do you mean?
You wouldn't be able to walk at 130. I don't know if you'd be able to like breathe on your own at
like let's say by the
150.
time like you're 200 years old, like you're like as if you were 90 physically.
Then that's just changing the timeline. But
Yeah.
like, I don't think you could. That's not realistic.
I mean, what if you
By
could?
by that logic, why not say live to 1,000?
It's basically
you're like
exactly like slow your aging to such a degree where
No, but I'm saying like you can't imagine 200 years into the future. You don't know what's going to happen like 40 years.
But you could imagine what you would want to do and what you would plan to do with your extra time.
You could imagine in 1,000 years as well. Imagine like 10,000 years.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
That's what I would do.
But like you don't have 10,000 years.
I would love to have 10,000 years.
Really?
Hells yeah.
Okay.
If I had 10,000 years, I would I'll become a master at the sword. I'll become a sword god.
Maybe. I feel like that wouldn't take 10,000 years though. You could probably do it in like 100. No, simply because no one else had 100 years to master sword.
That's a good point. I mean, in modern times, like you have more time to be able to do things, but at the
Yeah.
same time, back then they spent more time doing these things because
Yeah.
there was more urgency.
No, but I'm saying, okay, no one has like 200 years to master sword.
Yeah,
Like,
that'd be sick.
so like, no, but by then you just okay. But then the problem is you have like the standing on the shoulders of giants issue, right? Like everyone who's mastering sword now benefits from all the wisdom of everyone who like learned sword in the past.
True.
So like if you're like the main innovator, you're getting hit with like the most penalties. You're like the first person to innovate sword past 100 years. But like everyone else will just be like, "Oh, this is what you do now."
No, there's definitely a smaller window than that. I think you can only really develop these things when you're at your physical peak.
Maybe.
I mean,
Definitely helps.
You could do feats that are like all impossible seeming in your old age. Like for example, like, oh wow, this 80-year-old guy managed to beat like 100 dudes in a row. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Whereas when you're like in your 20s, that's the only way I would say, yo, this guy took a katana and chopped a fucking like oak tree in half. You know, like that's something you can only do when you're like actually like.
I guess that's true, yeah.
Yeah.
But you don't know how good of a shape you'll be at 80 if you're living to 10,000 or like 1,000.
That's true too.
Like for all you know, your 80 is like 4 years old.
I mean, when
you're like, you know.
I mean, when you're living that long, you're like, yeah. By the time you'd be 800, that's when you get like really, really good. Like
Maybe.
but what if you like by the time you're 800? No, by the time you're 500 years old, you look like no. By the time you're 300, no. By the time you're 200 years old, you only look like you're 20 years old. But you're able to like chop a fucking car in half. You're like,
Okay.
it's like what? I've been doing this since I was like 50 years old.
Okay, you're like hitting peak anime territory at this point.
Well, yeah, I think I'd be really good at writing anime. Honestly, I think I'd be fucking. Actually, I think I am.
You got to start with manga.
Yeah, I think I'm very qualified to write this stuff narratively. I can't do this stuff artistically. I gave up on
Drawing.
Yeah, because I was trained and taught like in like drawing and like painting. It's just I gave that up because
Same actually.
What?
Same actually.
And I was more interested in playing video games and like watching like cartoons and anime.
Yeah.
But when I was like a teenager, I got really into music. I was like, this is awesome. This is way cooler. Like I can't believe I can do this.
I mean, I'm like half and half. Like I mean, actually, no, I have the same thing. Well, no, I gave up drawing first, and then I got into music. I was never like comparing them against each other.
I mean, drawing is cool and all. It's just I never connected with that. I didn't see the world the same way that like painters and drawing artists do. And like
I did, but like I don't know. I felt like I didn't have much to say in that realm, I guess.
yeah,
Whereas I felt like I had more to say in music,
yeah,
to some degree.
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I don't. Who
No,
knows?
I agree with that. I agree with that sentiment in a lot of ways. Because like when it comes to the visual art, like I feel like the way the really good people like who are good at that sort of thing, like the way they look at the world is very it's I appreciate the way they do it. It's just if I were to like look at it the way they did, I would feel very like alienated and detached from like the world that I want to live in, you know? Like I feel like they view the world in a very, I don't want to say superficial, but in just a very like visual way, you know?
No. Like when I was doing like drawing, like I didn't have that problem. Like I always knew what I wanted to express was not like visually constrained, or rather like the medium is visually constrained, but my ideas were not visually constrained. I just had to express them visually.
Yeah.
You know?
But you needed techniques for that. And that's what I've come to appreciate now is techniques. You know, I like techniques. I like tools, like mental tools. You know, even in drawing, you basically get a toolkit. You know, like you get a toolkit of like vectors and parameters. You put yourself to make shapes and you know all that stuff, which is nice because that's how everything works. That's how programming works. That's how music works. That's how like everything works.
Yeah,
really.
but then you break the rules.
Well, yeah, you got to learn the rules properly to break them properly. I guess that's what I'm always told, which I agree with. You know, like I've seen,
it makes a lot of sense.
that. Yeah, I've observed that in everything that I've tried so far is from like music to martial arts to drawing. Like, same thing. You just gotta learn the rules to break them properly. And I appreciate that stuff. That's really what art is about, I guess.
Maybe.
Video games, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Just engaging in the state of play, though. That's what like we like.
Yeah, well, that's awesome. But like, you don't need video games for that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You could do that while painting and stuff. It's just video games are really good, efficient at that specifically.
Okay, what was like the last video game you played that you thought was awesome?
That I felt what?
That you thought was awesome.
Stellaris.
What is that?
Stellaris is like this expansion game. You know, it's like.
But like, what's the play style? Is it like 4X or is it like
4X,
RTS?
RTS 4X kind of.
So it's like Civilization.
Yeah,
or is it like tower defense? Or is it like what is it?
It's grand strategy.
Is it real time or turn based?
Real time, but you can pause the timeline on single player.
Is
mode.
it multi? Okay.
In multiplayer mode, you can't pause the time.
Okay, so it's a real time strategy.
Yeah,
basically. All right.
But it's like colonizing planets, like building like mega structures in the galaxy and shit, and like going to war with other galactic empires.
Oh, so have you ever played Sins of a Solar Empire?
No.
It sounds kind of like that.
Okay.
That's like an old reference. It's like 20.
Yeah, but now it's like very because it's modern.
Or like Homeworld. You ever played Homeworld?
No.
Okay. Also an old reference. Whatever.
Yeah, but it's cool to be able to like you know create a galactic empire and shit. I mean, one of the coolest parts is like the default race. You could choose different races and different like templates and whatever. I like using Earth Federation because it's relatable. But there's another one called the Commonwealth of Man. And they're like an offshoot civilization. Like they just shot out into space like at a certain point.
Oh, like Martians from Earth.
Yeah.
Type shit.
Yeah. But like way past Mars, like, you know, a completely different like star system.
Did they still have like humanoid bodies or did they?
Yeah, they had humanoid bodies. They were just very like fascist. Like they were very like militaristic.
Yeah, why is everyone assume that if you're gonna like colonize Mars or some shit,
you're gonna be a fascist?
Yeah, like what the fuck? What if they have the utopia, and the Earth is like fascist by comparison?
Because the only way to survive a harsh environment is a fascist framework.
Yeah, that's what we think. What if the Martians figure out something else?
Never be able to, wouldn't have, unless they
like I don't know. I'm just saying, like why is it like
unless they found something in Mars that gave them like a really huge edge, then they get.
What if you grow like the best fucking shrooms in the Mars soil?
Yeah, then yeah,
and then it's like straight utopia.
Or not even that, like somehow living in Mars, just breathe this air where you get the sexiest women, you know, like the biggest boobs and the biggest ass. And
well, hold on, sexiness doesn't quite work like that, but okay.
I'm just saying, like as an example, like
it's all status to some degree. right? Like as long as there's status difference, there's gonna be sexual difference.
Maybe just the eyes get a little bigger, and that's enough to make people.
So you're saying Mars will have straight up anime women,
anime space mole.
straight up 2D anime women with big eyes.
Well,
they're gonna look like they're 12, but they're gonna have like big boobs. Is that what you're saying?
And they'd be super smart.
Yo, Musk is fucking onto something.
And they'd be super smart.
Dude, we gotta colonize Mars. Let's fucking go.
And you know what the thing is? And the thing is, they wouldn't be able to come to Earth as easily because for them, Earth would be like...
Yeah, it'd be too bright. Their boobs would weigh too much. They'd probably grow taller. It just wouldn't work.
The gravity's too heavy here.
Yeah. No, too light, actually.
Really?
Yeah. Well, Mars is light. Mars is smaller. Hey, whatever the point is, they're gonna be like regular women and not like anime lollies, because this is the fantasy that we're going with.
All right, so let's reference my favorite sci-fi show.
Sci-fi show. Okay.
The Expanse.
I didn't see that one.
You didn't see the
Yo, I just finished Fallout. Okay.
Fallout. All right, Fallout. I hated Fallout.
You said you told me to watch it.
I liked it.
Yeah, you did like it. Shut the fuck up.
Well, I really liked it because the lead actress is so hot. She's so beautiful.
She's like an anime character.
Yeah. I feel like they purposely picked someone with big eyes because they're like a mole people kind of thing, like anime.
Wait, but isn't she British?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's another example of
that's
British actors being fucking good.
Because they could do American accents like nothing. I'm like, what the fuck?
American actors don't even get called to do British accents. No, because they just like don't give a fuck.
And they suck at it. Yeah. British actors are really good at doing American accents, which is incredible.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think my favorite part about the Fallout series was the lead actress. She's so fucking hot.
Okay. Here's my question for you. Did you think? Okay, I mean, it's known that Maximus is supposed to be retarded, but did you think he was retarded?
The leader of the Brotherhood of Steel?
No, Maximus.
Oh. Okay, so here's what I said about like my ideal girlfriend, right? I would want them to be like just like super dumb, but like super tough in karate and super skilled in kung fu. Like imagine like, and then like I was with Carmen when I said this, and he was like, "Oh, so you just want this like really dumb, retarded muscle mommy?" And I was like, imagine Fallout. And you have like zero intelligence, but like max strength and max luck. You know, like
that's Maximus.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
But he's a guy.
Yeah. So he's like zero intelligence, but max strength, max. He's like a Greek god.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about Greek god.
Like Odysseus or something. You know.
I have so many thoughts on the Odyssey.
Okay, but Maximus is kind of like that fucking idiot Greek.
Well, the whole idea was he was supposed to be a savant, yeah. But like, I don't feel like that carried well across the script or his acting. I just thought he was like sometimes really smart,
and a little
sometimes
too much depth.
really dumb.
Yeah.
Well, like he wasn't like consistent.
He wasn't consistent.
Like I couldn't tell if he was acting stupid or if he was like acting smart or like he just he made no sense.
It's hard to write a true idiot.
No, I just don't think the Fallout writers were that good.
Oh, that's fair enough.
We got Dostoevsky. He wrote a book called The Idiot. I never read it, but I assume the guy was probably dumb.
I mean,
or maybe he wasn't, and that was the point.
It also had like Wes Anderson moments too.
Like what?
Wes Anderson did like the Budapest Hotel stuff.
Yeah.
So like with her brother, like the main character's brother.
Oh, that was okay. Another thing I hate
and the
about
cousin and like them two together, they kind of had like the Wes Anderson vibe.
Okay, something I hate about the Fallout show is that like it got super dumb, strategic, like not like randomly. Like it's like a pretty serious show, and they're like, "Haha, here's some like funny shit."
He's fucking my chickens.
Yeah, like. I'm like, come on, dude.
I chuckled pretty hard at that part.
It makes sense with the Fallout game, but it doesn't make sense with like the Fallout narrative. I don't know. I felt like it like tone shifted like inappropriately oftentimes.
They definitely dramatized it. It was more dramatic than any Fallout game I've seen so far.
Yeah.
Like cheesy dramatic, you know?
Also, I hated the plot twist with the guy's wife where she was like, yeah, let's nuke the world.
Yeah.
I thought that was dumb. And like, okay, it's super bullshit because like I feel like they knew it was dumb, which is why they saved it as like a plot reveal in the last episode. Because I feel like if they did it in the first episode, everyone would be like, this is fucking stupid.
So they just made like a second mini apocalypse.
No, I'm not the destroying of the California thing.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about the initial like, we want profit, and Vault-Tec made all these vaults, so now we have to nuke the world. And like the guy's wife was for it. I'm like, that's so dumb. That's just so dumb. That like if they put that in like the premise, everyone would just turn the show off. So they had to like keep it as like a reveal.
Oh, okay.
Because if that was like if everyone was like this is the cause, that's fucking dumb.
Which guy's wife again?
The ghouls. In the original.
Yeah. The scientist lady. She was on the side of the.
No, not the scientist. The black wife.
Yeah, and she was on the side of the corpos.
Yeah. But I'm like it's such a bad idea.
Wait, did she support it? I thought she just wanted to protect her family. And
no. She knew it was coming and was for it, and then she wanted to protect her family.
But in that world, it was.
But that's what it is. Like he like spied on her with the in-ear intercom. She
was like, yeah.
And then she was like, yeah, we should just nuke everyone. Lamau. And then like I guarantee this
was she really?
Yeah, and that's when he like lost the shit.
Was she really like Lamau about it though?
No, but yes.
No, she felt bad. She felt guilty.
She did not feel bad. She was bad. Like no, she was like hyper capitalist, but like in like a very retarded way that no one's actually capitalist, but like the show is trying to make everyone look bad.
She's like CIA about
it. Because like okay, like fine, capitalism exists, but I feel like most capitalists aren't so stupid that they're like, let's just blow up the world and we'll be like the richest people in like a fucking bullshit society where like nothing exists. Like it'd be so stupid. Like they want to be like the richest people in current society. They don't want to be like, you know, kings of a junkyard. Like you don't even need to blow up the world for that. You could just get that. So like, you know, that's like not a very humanistic motivation in the show.
Maybe they just expected it because in that world, things went a little differently, right?
No, but I'm telling you, like they fully concede that it's stupid because if they thought it was smart, they would have put it in the first episode. They make you watch all the way to the end to reveal that that's how she feels. And then you're like, okay, that's fucking stupid. But you already watched like 7 episodes. So you're like, fuck.
Well, alright. So Fallout sucked.
I don't think it sucked. I still had fun. I enjoyed it. I'm just saying it was fucking dumb. Like, they could have done that better. Or maybe they couldn't. I don't know.
I don't know. What I do know is the whole that was actually my least favorite story arc was with the ghoul and his wife and the daughter.
Yeah, because it was fucking stupid.
I didn't care about that shit at all.
What was your favorite arc?
The main character.
Oh,
her shit is so funny.
Yeah, I agree.
She's so hilarious.
Yeah, no, she's cool.
She's the perfect like goofy idiot. Like,
yes, naive and principled in like a fucked up society.
And in the 80s,
yeah, I agree that and she really carried it.
In the 80s, they would have made a guy play that character, but I'm glad in the modern world they specifically made
like an autistic guy.
Exactly.
Oh, going back to the original topic, was Lucy autistic?
Oh no! She's the vault dweller. That's how all vault dwellers are. They're just
some catch on faster than others.
Yeah, that's true. But she was just the ideal, typical, stereotypical framework template vault dweller. You know the Pit Boy?
Yeah.
The thumbs up Pit Boy? Like, that's who she is. Like, she's that, like...
Do you think that's an autistic character inherently?
No.
No? Okay.
I think it's just a very, like low intelligence, but high in... Wait, maybe high in intelligence, but low in luck.
No, I didn't think it's luck. It'd be like perception.
Okay, you're right. Like high intelligence, high strength, but low perception.
Yeah. Like, if I know what's going on, I could think it through, but I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. So I have to think things through as it comes along.
But like, you trickling.
Yeah. Shit. That's exactly who she is. She's like low perception, high intelligence, decent strength, decent agility.
Yeah.
Just low perception.
Yeah.
That's really funny. I really love Max. He's so good.
And like I said, I wish he was like better written /
These are
acted.
oysters.
Yeah.
They're delicious.
It could have been better.
Yeah.
Also, like, it suffers from what I call streaming service pacing.
Yeah.
Where like they set up like a lot of they set up like a lot in the first 2 episodes. Then they fucking coast for like the next 6 episodes. And then they quickly resolve everything in the last episode and set up a new like plot arc. And you're just like, the fuck.
They also have like when they finally, any studio that seeks to make something like that, like once they get the money, they have to follow certain things. It's like, oh, this part, it has to feature this.
Yeah.
And this, and it has to follow this, and it has to have this much of this, and an intro that does this amount of time.
Maybe.
Yeah. And they're very specific about it because like that's all they can do is just be super specific about their parameters so that everything could hopefully be uniform, you know?
Yeah. I'm just like over streaming shows to some degree.
Yeah.
Because they constantly stall until the last episode.
Cliffhangers out the bunghole.
No, not even cliffhanger. Just like they set up a premise. Actually, they all do multiple storylines. They cannot resolve a single storyline in like 2 episodes.
That's everything. You get the A plot, then the B plot.
No, but I'm saying like in older shows, like the A plot and the B plot would get resolved in like 3 episodes and move on to a new thing. Here they have like 5 plots and they all run in parallel until the very end, and they resolve all of them at the same time. And it's super annoying because they're like literally like fucking drip feeding you information for like 6 episodes
and it all
straight.
Sucks in the end.
Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. But like, why do you have to wait so goddamn long for 6 fucking payoffs when you only care about like 2 of them?
Some people might have cared about all 6 of them or whatever.
Yeah, fine, but like resolve 1 or 2 at least in the meantime. You know?
Shit. Anyway, do we have any closing statements? What about the election?
Yeah, Harris Biden. That's what I'm gonna do.
Kamala Harris becoming president. It's never gonna happen.
And Biden vice president.
Biden.
Role reversal. We're doing it. That'll be like the most brilliant Democrat strategy. I hope they watch this podcast and like figure that shit out. Because they're not gonna think of it themselves. I thought of it. Okay. Kamala Harris is gonna get Biden as her running mate, and everyone's gonna be like, "Oh shit."
Actually, you know what? We got another beer left. We could go a little longer.
Okay, well, you tell me what you think.
All right. So anyway, Kamala Harris becoming president.
First of all, why do you think Trump's not going to be president?
Trump?
Yeah, why not Trump?
Of course, Trump should be president.
Well, should or not should? I'm saying, why are we looking at Kamala Harris president? Okay, actually, fuck. Let's go. Okay, Kamala Harris is president.
No, I want to go back to Trump being president.
Okay, well, that's more obvious because we already had a Trump president.
So when Trump becomes president, right?
Wow.
First things that's gonna happen, I think ice cream's gonna get cheaper.
Yeah, Biden's gonna be very happy about that.
I think Trump's gonna be like, listen, I respect Biden. I respect Joseph for stepping down the way he did. It was very manly of him for him to admit when he was faced with a bigger man.
Yeah, I can see Trump saying some shit like that.
So I'm gonna make ice cream cheaper for everybody, including Joe, especially.
Yeah, baller.
And Joe's gonna be like, "Thanks a lot, Chief. I really appreciate the cheaper ice cream."
Dude, that would be great. I would love to live in that future.
And we get to witness this,
especially if it was like on Twitter for some reason.
Thanks a lot, Chief. I really appreciate.
Like if they just like tweeted that to each other, that'd be fucking funny.
I think that's like when by the time Mr. Beast becomes president, that's the kind of tweets you're gonna see in the real world.
I don't believe Mr. Beast is gonna become president.
So here's what's gonna happen: Trump's gonna be president for another 4 years, right? Then it's gonna be AOC.
It's not gonna be AOC.
Yeah, it's AOC. Yeah.
I feel like Trump will get a third term before AOC gets his first term.
Didn't you see the Civil War movie?
No,
A24.
I did not. I deliberately avoided it.
No, it's a good movie.
I'm sure it is.
It's actually a terrible fucking movie.
Bro, you can't change your mind like that.
I'm sorry. No,
as soon as I agree with
the only reason why I reflexively said it was a good movie was because I wanted you to watch it. But in fact, my honesty kicked in, and I said I was compelled to tell you it's a terrible fucking movie.
Okay, go on.
What's cool though, there was a scene. They stopped by one state where they showed the Boogaloo Boys.
Yeah.
like in a firefight with federal soldiers.
Oof.
It was funny. They had the Boogaloo Boys had Hawaiian shirts with the tag gear on, and
yo, listen, Grand Theft Auto Vice City inspired a lot of people. That's all I'm gonna say.
Dude, the Boogaloo Boys are real, all right? Do you know what that's about?
I'm pretty sure they're not the Bungalow Boys. It's a different name. I forgot what the name is, but it's not that.
What?
Fuck, I forgot what it's called, but it wasn't that.
Wait, what did you think I said? The Bungalow Boys?
Yeah.
No, I said the Boogaloo.
Was it that as well? I don't know. Yeah, the Bungalow Boys are those fucking weird twins on like TikTok.
No, I'm talking about Boogaloo Boys. Like libertarian.
No, I know who you're talking about. But I don't know if that's their name.
That is their name.
I could be bugging. Whatever. I'm bugging.
Yeah, it is the Boogaloo Boys. Fuck, I wish you could look this up.
No, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's a
fighting
cultural...
in Hawaiian shirts only makes sense in Hawaii.
Well, no, I mean that was just the movie's aesthetic thing. I don't think that's really what Boogaloo Boys would wear.
Wow.
It was just funny because they were like these like white.
They'd wear Hawaiian skirts and coconut bras. I'll fuck with that.
I'll show you the fucking scene, all right?
I believe it.
Boogaloo Boys.
Wee.
All right, next we could talk about music.
Hold on. I feel like we didn't even really say anything of substance about the presidency.
Okay, so if Trump serves...
Hold on. Step one. Who do you think is going to be the Democrat nominee?
Kamala Harris.
Not like Michelle Obama.
Fuck
Not
Michelle
Gavin
Obama.
Newsom.
Fuck Gavin Newsom.
No, I agree. But like, they could.
I don't know who these people are.
Okay, you know who Michelle Obama is.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, come on.
She's pretty hot.
No. No, she's not hot.
She looks like a muscle mommy.
Okay, maybe you think she's hot.
Yeah. Who do you think would win in a fight between Michelle Obama and Kamala Harris?
Michelle Obama.
Yeah.
No, okay. Real controversial question. I don't know if I want to ask this on live podcast.
All right.
Non-live.
All right.
Okay, if you were forced at gunpoint to eat out either Michelle Obama or Kamala Harris.
I'll do both for free.
No way.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
That's a very Chad answer.
But I'll do both for free.
No.
I feel like I'd be serving my country in a way.
Assuming neither of them are present.
I feel like I'd be the girl.
You just met either of them at a bar.
I feel like I'd be the girl in The Handmaid's Tale.
Wow. Okay.
They'd be like, "Look at this Asian boy. I would like him in my executive chambers to eat me out." I'd be like, "Yep, that's me. Just the guy about to eat you out."
Damn.
Miss Michelle Obama, Miss Kamala Harris.
Yeah, that's a fucking good answer. Yeah.
Well, what am I supposed to do? You know,
You should just be like, no, ew, I would not.
I'm gonna post on Twitter about how a powerful political bitch wanted me to eat her pussy. Like,
yeah, like no, like you should be like,
I
ew.
take it on the chin. You know, I take
Wow.
it.
Wow.
Literally, like,
Yeah,
take it on
power
the
to
chin.
you. Okay,
I mean, why
so
not?
not expecting that answer.
It wouldn't be that bad.
I don't know.
I would assume they take care of themselves. You know, like
That's a
these
good
political
point.
bitches.
Maybe they don't.
I would ask one thing. I'd be like, "Can you take me shooting? You know, can you take me to a gun range? I want to go shooting." You know.
Now you're just prostituting yourself.
I say, "Oh, we're gonna go to Fogo de Chao. We're gonna go to that prison." I love Fogo de Chao. It's like,
Yeah.
all right, get ready.
Okay, so you're basically the girl in this setup.
I love Fogo de Chao.
No, it's not bad. I'll give you that. Fine.
No, I mean, what else is there to do at that point? You might
Well, no, like what if like they like sucked your dick? Like, would you rather have like Michelle Obama or Kamala Harris suck your dick?
I would. I don't know. I don't think it's that hard. Like, I don't think it's that hard to do.
No, but like, which one would you pick? What do you think gives better dome? Live on the podcast.
Kamala Harris.
Mate,
Here's the thing, yo.
this is a hard one.
Here's the thing about Barack Obama. You know, Barack Obama was like used to be before he was president. He used to go by Barry, and he was whitewashed as fuck.
Sure.
And
So you think he has like no taste in dome?
no, I think he's got great taste though. But listen,
Well,
when
okay.
he was in college, this is a very interesting story on its own, by the way. When he was in college, he was with a half Japanese, half French or Swedish or something, or
All right.
like a beautiful Hoppa girl,
Yeah.
and he dumped her
Damn.
to date a black
Fucking Barry dumped her.
woman because I feel like he knew that it would be better for optics and just
Optics. So you think she gave like how do you think their sex life is?
I think it's great.
Yeah.
No, well, I don't think it's that great at all.
Well,
I don't know.
you can't keep changing your opinion that hard.
I was being sarcastic.
within a single sentence.
No, I was being sarcastic. I was like, yeah, I think it's great. No, I was being sarcastic. I don't know. I don't think
Okay. Asked it straight up. Okay.
All right, here's my conscious brain, my normal person brain saying, yes, they have sex all the time. They're husband and wife. Why wouldn't they have sex?
No,
You know,
get
like-
the fuck out of here. No one says that.
Okay, my
What you're like not normie. Like you can't. How do you even have these thoughts?
all right. So my real thoughts are like
Yeah.
they're probably involved in some like pedophile, sex trafficking, Jeffrey Epstein shit.
Ooh.
they're
Ooh.
probably
Good point.
involved-
Good
They're probably like
point.
swingers, satanic, like
Good point.
pedophilia shit. Like they're probably into some weird shit. And
Okay.
That's why I don't. That's why I say I differentiate. There's my normie brain, which just says this.
Right.
And there's my actual like intuition, which is like I have a feeling they're into some dark ass shit, like all the other
Okay.
deep
Okay.
state, like,
But before they got into the deep state shit, Obama clearly got some dome. Do you think it was?
but Obama's
quality?
also related to like King James, like just like all the other presidents. So Obama could be like also predetermined.
Look. We're just trying to judge the quality of head that Michelle Obama gives. Where do you think it is? It's a
I think
simple
Kamala
question.
Harris gives better head, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wait, is Kamala Harris married?
I don't know.
What does her husband look like?
Probably some cuck.
I can see that. Well, it's not AOC.
AOC.
She
Yeah.
married a fucking ginger or
Yeah,
something.
my friend Adam. It was so funny. He was like making fun of AOC.
What about her?
So if AOC became a president, her boyfriend would be like the first man.
Yeah.
That fucking Seth.
No,
Rogen
no,
looking-
but like Kamala Harris's husband, assuming she has one.
is he like a muscular ass like?
I don't fucking know. How do we not know anything about her husband? What the fuck? This is weird. Some conspiracy shit.
Find out right now. Imagine if he looks like Eddie.
Okay, step one. What race do you think he is?
Asian.
Hispanic.
All right, we're gonna find out right now.
Yeah. Okay.
Kamala Harris. Oh shit. Shit. Are you ready for this?
I'm not ready for this.
This is Kamala Harris's husband.
He's fucking white.
Yeah.
And old.
He looks like you, but
damn, why did I? He doesn't fucking look like me.
He looks like you, but like less handsome and less young.
Oh, obviously less young. Who the fuck is he though? What the fuck is that guy?
I think his name is George. I don't know.
He looks like a George. Yeah. Wow. Why do I think he'd be Hispanic? I should have known he'd be like a fucking politician ass looking motherfucker. Well, you knew he would be Asian though, because that'd be like everyone talk about that.
That's racist.
Everyone would be like Kamala Harris married like an Asian dude.
Let's see AOC's husband.
No, everyone knows what he looks like. He's like a ginger dude.
Like Seth Rogen.
No, he's like lanky. He's like a nerd. He's like exactly like the liberal ginger dude you'd imagine marrying AOC.
Why she likes him.
He's Holy shit. Exactly like the white male hating white male. Yeah. I guess he does look more like Seth Rogen than I thought.
Dude, he's a stud. Like, look how tall that motherfucker is.
Yeah, I knew he was tall, but I thought he was lanky. He does look more like Seth Rogen.
This is a big motherfucker. He's a big fucking boy, dude.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing.
Shit.
Yeah, but like...
You know, I looked at old pictures of him. I thought he was some fucking, like, little scrawny bitch.
Well, that's what he used to look like, yeah. When he originally married her, he looked like that.
No, they're engaged. I don't think they're married.
Whatever.
Damn, AOC. You're a smart bitch.
No, but she got a 12-year-old voice.
So what?
No, that... Okay, do you know about that?
Like, she was, like, on she was one of the original cast members of School of Rock?
No, like when she speaks, she sounds like a 12-year-old now.
Like she was like she was one of the characters on one of those Disney sitcoms.
No, okay. So typically that means like you underwent some kind of sexual trauma.
Oh, really?
Like if you meet a girl.
Wait. Where did you hear that from?
The Body Keeps Score.
What is it? Is that a book?
Yes, it's a book.
Oh, you read this book?
Yes.
Why?
It was important.
All right. Well, anyway, how is this relative to AOC again?
No, so like she speaks like a 12-year-old when she like speaks.
Okay.
Like she has like the voice of a 12-year-old.
Shit. So you think she experienced like some kind of?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
But she seems like. I mean, all right. Maybe that's what
you can be high functioning and have experienced trauma.
I mean, that's what I was gonna say. Like maybe that's what all go-getter types are like. You know?
I don't know, man.
Maybe all go-getter types have experienced that kind of trauma.
No, but like, if you're gonna be in a government, you're not gonna talk to the government like a fucking 12-year-old. Like, you don't want to sound like that. That'd be weird.
Does she talk to them like a 12-year-old?
Dude, look up what AOC sounds like. I swear to fuck.
Oh, when she goes like, honey.
No. Look it up. I can't even.
I've literally seen it. I've heard her speak.
Yeah, she sounds like a fucking 12-year-old. She sounds like fucking Greta Thunberg when she like first came out.
She sounds like Hermione Granger if Hermione Granger was spicy Latina from the Bronx. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's not how adult women talk.
She's neotenous.
I don't know. It's weird. It's some weird shit.
Maybe presidential candidates have to be kind of weird.
Not like that. Like,
you think that's too much?
That'd be super weird.
Damn, you're harsh.
No, it's not my fault this happened to her. I'm just pointing it out.
All right. If you had to pick, it could have been anyone.
Yeah.
Just your ideal candidate. Like, let's say we had our ideal female presidential candidate and she was like there.
Well, hold on. I'm already a Nikki Haley or Gabby Tulsard fan.
I'm just saying, let's say they were there.
Yeah.
So, and you could choose whatever race this female ideal presidential candidate was. What race would you pick?
Possibly Asian.
Really?
Yeah, why not?
That would be interesting.
Yeah.
An Asian American female president. Yeah. That would be fucked up. That would be like
she'd be competent as fuck.
That would be like Lucy Liu, like fascist mommy Chinese shit. I'd be like, oh my god. I'd be terrified.
Yeah.
I wouldn't like that. No, I don't know if I'd like that.
No, it'd be hard. It'd be hard out there.
I would like a Desi.
No, Desi, no. Indian people don't lead well, unfortunately.
Hispanic would be interesting. Black
Hispanic people don't lead well either. Maybe Jewish.
A Jewish female president.
Jews don't lead that well either.
Chinese.
Hate to say, like, yeah.
Oh my god, that'd be funny. Imagine Bo as president.
Ooh, should be like art will only be legal. Everything else.
Who's your favorite Chinese actress? Michelle Yeoh.
I don't know too many other ones.
Imagine if Michelle Yeoh was president.
She's an actress. Like,
actors can be presidents.
No, but like I'm saying, there's like way more competent Chinese people that are not actresses that are not Michelle Yeoh.
You're right. That's true. Very true. Damn, an Asian American woman president. That would be neat. I mean, it should be like the most boring Asian American woman ever.
No, but that's the thing. She would be boring.
She'd
She'd be like hyper competent.
She'd wear like super conservative, like shoulder pads, suit, skirts.
Yeah, she just fucks shit up.
She'd be like some character from like That's So Raven, but grown up and like more serious.
Yeah, basically.
She'd wear like pearl earrings, and she'd be like, hello, addressing them in the most driest American white voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I could see that. Her name would be Susan Yee.
Yeah, but like that wouldn't be like her real name. Her real name would be like Yang Zhao or something. But she'd be like, go by Susan, you know, because that's how all of the Asian Americans do it.
Call me. Oh, you could call me Susan. It's like, no, is that your actual name? No, my name is. What do you want my name to be? It's like, well, I can't just call you anything. It's not like I could just call you mommy. It's like, do you want to call me mommy? You can call me mommy.
Wow.
He's like, no.
Okay, you can't just insert your fetishes into the presidential podcast.
No, I was ripping that straight from like that College Humor type video.
Okay. Well, you're like 10 years out of date.
Yeah. Susan Yee.
Yeah.
President Susan Yee.
Yeah.
Who would be the first man? The first man would be some Jewish guy. You know,
wait,
like
man, what? We already had male presidents.
No. I mean, if Susan Yee was president, the first man.
First man, what?
No. I'm saying like the first lady.
Oh, who'd be her husband?
Yeah.
No, he would definitely be a white guy, white Jewish guy.
Yeah, like a white Jewish guy.
Yeah,
like a Seth.
He'd be like Stephen Bloomfield or
Mark Zuckerberg or some shit.
No, that's a real person.
No, I mean like Jerry Goldstein.
Yeah.
Nah, Goldstein's too Jewish. Like it would be more like.
More subtle Jew.
Yeah, like Jerry Yichkov.
Yeah.
Or Kushner. I don't know. Like
Cushfield,
yeah. Or Steiner.
Yeah, Steiner. Yeah. Some shit like that.
Yeah. And then he would be a Star Wars fan. Oh my god. I would judge the fuck out of the first man. You know, the first man, you know, like the first.
Yeah. Dude, that guy better be fucking alpha as shit.
He better be.
They never would be, but they should be.
He better be like a military man, right?
Yeah, he better be like a Navy SEAL with like 19 confirmed kills or some shit.
I slit throats before. Otherwise, America will never, ever accept it. They'll be like, no way.
Yeah, exactly.
Because he has to
be who is this fucking nerd cuck?
He has to be like a knight in shining armor type. He has to be like a fucking like a Lancelot type.
Yeah.
With Queen Guinevere.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you can't be like that outdone by your wife.
Yeah. Oh man, that's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
I would hate to be the first man.
Bro, if like my wife was running for president, I'd fucking join the military.
Yeah,
literally. And start training to be a Marine or some shit.
And you get special privileges.
Yeah,
too.
I'd just be like, bro, I really need this.
Our country.
When do I go into some Middle Eastern country and snipe 10 people? This really has to happen within the next 8 months.
Our country depends on this. You guys have to make me a badass.
Yeah. I'm a fucking David Goggins this shit.
At least you never have to work a day in your life because you're literally the president's husband.
I think they have it hard. No, the first ladies have it hard probably.
What about the first man though?
I don't know. It's kind of unprecedented.
It's probably so chill. You're like, this is awesome, yo.
It's bro, he'd probably be like, I wouldn't be surprised if that like
the piece of shit. He's like, oh hey babe, oh you're new president. Shit. All right, let's see. I'm gonna smoke pot.
Yeah, dude.
Watch movies all the time.
Dude, imagine he's like a fucking streamer with like 200 followers.
Like gays,
and he's just like streaming.
You're a fucking pussy. You know who my wife is? My wife is a president. You
bro, he's fucking streaming like Red Dead Redemption 2, but like, is it even entertaining?
Oh, hey babe. Yeah, babe. Yeah, I'll be right there.
It's like, no, hold on. I gotta do this quest. Like, look, I have like 40 viewers right now. You can't bother me. Like,
if he's not a Chad, he's got to be the most sophisticated fruit cup in the world. You know, like
what does that mean?
Like a huge metrosexual guy type.
Nah, that'd be like a beard.
Like an anti-beard.
Yeah.
Like a nega beard.
Yeah. No. No, I don't think that'd be gay. You see him being like a weird sociopath.
That's the only thing that could counteract a female president is that male sociopath type.
Okay. So do you think like AOC's husband is a sociopath?
No, you saw he was huge. Yeah. That guy, she clearly groomed him to be like big, and like she was like, babe, take steroids and work out at the gym. Like, babe, I'm gonna be president. Like,
you think she did that, or you think the lizard people did that?
Both.
Ooh, because like, I can imagine like.
Let's look at this motherfucker again. Look at this guy. That guy's fucking. He is.
Yeah, but like, look at like earlier photos of him.
Yeah.
He was always tall, but he was always ginger, but he wasn't always built.
Yeah, he used to be a little.
Yeah, he's like a dweeb. When he started.
This is the picture you're talking about.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But look at the change, though.
Yeah,
like, he used to be that. He went from that.
Okay. You know, like, I didn't.
Look at that.
Okay.
Like, that's a huge shit.
Okay.
She did that.
I didn't believe in lizard people until now.
Because you're like
I feel like that would take lizard people.
The lizard people are
or like some like Epstein ass pedophiles. Like there's no way like AOC herself will whip him into shape. There's got to be like higher forces at play.
The lizard people were like, your future husband must be big. And she's like, babe, the lizard people said you got to get big. And
no, they fucking like hypnotize him or some shit. I don't know.
Scary shit.
Yeah, like they like visit him in like his dreams and like incept him.
You got to get big.
Yeah. You gotta get a swole ginger Edward.
So that you could be the first. He's a good first man though. As of now?
No, okay. Now, yeah, maybe. Fuck. Damn, god damn it.
Look at him.
I was thinking like the scrawny dude, okay?
No, now
this
he's like
fucked up. This is fucked up.
I couldn't beat that guy in a fist fight. Like he would just pick me up and throw me. Like I'll be like,
this is bullshit. This is bullshit.
Why? Because AOC's husband's a Chad?
Now?
Yeah. From reptilian support.
Fucking probably got like reptilian blood transplant.
Oh, the RH positive blood. Yeah. Yeah.
Like fucking adrenochrome.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what did it. Fuck. But that had to happen because the first, like, all right, we are going to get a woman. If America is going to stand for another like 50 years or so, we're going to get a woman president. There's no other way to like. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Nah.
No.
I mean, I'm for it, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
Why?
I don't know. Vibes.
I feel like AOC is gonna become president, and then after AOC, it's gonna be Mr. Beast.
I don't like your timeline.
It's terrible, but it's gonna happen, and we're all gonna be surprisingly used to it. We're gonna be like, damn.
It's about time.
That Mr. Beast.
It's her turn. Okay.
Imagine if Mr. Beast got a sex change before they became president and they became Mrs. Beast.
I really hate your timeline.
Miss Beast.
Mrs.
Beast.
No.
Honestly, in my timeline, what I really hope is
Mochi for president.
What I hope is global spiritual awakening.
Sure. But do you think that would happen with Mr. Beast or AOC?
No, it's not going to happen. That's the dark timeline.
Who do you think is like the most spiritually awakened president besides Trump, obviously?
Trump is. Did you see the Alex Jones clip I posted where like he was like, Trump believes in like manifestation.
Yeah.
And that was crazy, right? I was
Yeah,
like, holy
but like
shit.
it makes sense.
Yeah. He listened to that record 500 times. It was this top guy. He does like self-help stuff, a lot like Oprah Winfrey in The Secret.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You listen to that record about 500 times, maybe more.
Dude, I'd be pissed if like all like the highest earning people just like did like manifestation rituals every morning. I would be like, fuck that. What the shit?
I mean, it makes sense in a logical
It
thing.
could make sense, but I'd be super pissed.
That means everyone should do that.
Maybe. That's what I'm saying. Like, what the fuck?
Maybe. Like, it was a secret for a reason, you know?
It's not a secret. It just sounds stupid. Like, it shouldn't work.
It was
Maybe that's
secret.
what they want us to think.
My cat likes you.
Yeah.
He doesn't get along with a lot of my other friends that often, but he likes you.
He's a cutie pie. Meowie boy.
Yeah, he could read vibes, I think. I think cats are just good at that.
Yeah, he's showing his butthole on camera. He doesn't even know.
I like it when the social media people with cats are like, stop, and they cover the butt. Like, stop, don't look at her butt.
No,
stop.
look at the butt.
They cover
He's
it.
got a cute butt. Okay.
I don't know.
He's got a furry, fuzzy butt.
I like cats a lot. I think cats are fantastic creatures. They're kind of like weird, you know, in a very metaphysical way.
Yeah. He's just like, yes, pet me on camera. Pet me on live TV.
He's a nice boy. Anyway, we could wrap this episode
Yeah,
up.
okay.
Thanks for joining me, Dimitri. And don't forget, guys,
Like and subscribe
like
to Mochi.
Like, comment.
Chris's
Look at this
cat. Super cute.
Nighty night.
Peace.